I want to know your perspective. How have things changed 15 years ago जब मैं कैंपस में था और आज का क्या सीन चल रहा है?
तो 20 साल पहले डिजिटल मार्केटिंग नाम की कोई चीज़ ही नहीं थी हमारे. माई लाइफ चेंज बिकॉज आई एम एट IIM. वन एडवांटेज ऑफ द IIM सिस्टम इज दैट वी हैव अ लॉट ऑफ फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी इन टर्म्स ऑफ हाउ डू वी डिजाइन अ कोर्स. आजकल हमको पता है कि आपको ढूंढना है तो चैट GPT इस पे सब सारी चीज़ें मिल जाती है.
So when you see their presentation or when you see any reports which is submitted, do you see that this is AI generated?
आज के दिन में मेरे यहाँ कैंपस में मेरे ख्याल से 36 कमिटीज हैं. इफ यू वांट टू सक्सीड इन लाइफ यू नीड टू फाइंड समथिंग व्हिच यू आर पैशनेट अबाउट.
Gen Z का आपको क्लासरूम में क्या डिफरेंस निकल के आ रहा है?
You cannot expect results without efforts. Dani Group which has sponsored the whole fees for 5 students.
Does इंस्टीट्यूट ट्रैक कि हमारे यहाँ बैच बाय बैच कितने फाउंडर्स हैं या कितने कितने कंपनीज बनाई हैं? Hi everyone, welcome to yet another episode of Zero In with Kiran. अब तक हमने जो भी एपिसोड्स किए हैं उसमें हमने यंग फाउंडर्स, people who are just starting up or want to start up, or people who want to decide their career trajectory कि मुझे MBA करना चाहिए नहीं करना चाहिए, उस टाइप के लोगों से हमने बात की. लेकिन अब ये लोग जो हैं either people who are below 25 years of age or somebody who was to start up, उन सब में और मेरे में भी एक चीज़ जो है वो कॉमन है कि सबको, मैंने तो IIM लखनऊ से MBA किया हुआ है, बट अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल टुडे आर ऑल्सो अस्पायरिंग टू डू एन MBA और उसमें भी पर्टिकुलरली फ्रॉम IIM. तो आज मैं हूँ IIM लखनऊ में और आज के हमारे जो गेस्ट है वो है प्रोफेसर राजेश ऐथल. एंड he joined the institute in 2006 and he has been teaching SDM, Sales and Distribution Management. तो 2010 और 11 में मैं इनका स्टूडेंट रहा हूँ. उसके साथ साथ उन्होंने रिसेंटली एक BOP का कोर्स भी शुरू किया है विच इज़ बॉटम ऑफ द पिरामिड. तो CK प्रहलाद का एक कॉन्सेप्ट था फॉर्चून एट द बॉटम ऑफ द पिरामिड कि रूरल एरियाज़ में Tier 1 Tier 2 सिटीज़ में जहाँ पे स्पेंडिंग कैपेसिटी इतनी नहीं होती है जितनी मेट्रोज और Tier 1 में होती है, लेकिन वहाँ से भी कंपनियाँ काफ़ी सारे रेवेन्यू जनरेट कर सकती हैं. सो दैट इज़ अ वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग कॉन्सेप्ट विच राजेश सर इज़ टीचिंग. उसके साथ में वो 2011 से 13 में और 2019 से 21 में प्लेसमेंट चेयर भी रह चुके हैं. तो उन्होंने देखा है कि कंपनीज जो कैंपस में आती हैं वो किस तरीके से रिक्रूट करते हैं, किस तरीके के प्रोफाइल्स लाती है कैंपस में. और थैंक यू वेरी मच सर फॉर इन्वाइटिंग मी ऑन कैंपस टुडे. 15 साल तक मैं कैंपस वापस नहीं आया था और 2025 में विद इन अ स्पैन ऑफ 2-3 मंथ मुझे 2 बार आने का मौका मिला है. बट आई एम वेरी एक्साइटेड टू टॉक टू यू अबाउट अ लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स जो हमारे टाइम पे हुआ करता था और आज क्या चेंजेस हुए हैं. तो सबसे पहले तो हम ये शुरू करते हैं कि 2009 और 11 जब हमारा सिल्वर जुबिली बैच था PGP 25 और आज हम देख रहे हैं PGP 41. तो ऑलमोस्ट 16 बैचेस हैव passed since then. The world has changed a lot on multiple fronts. In between we saw one of the rarest black swan events, which was COVID, which was a global pandemic that affected a lot of people. Now we are seeing a big revolution in retail, which is quick commerce. तो GoZero जिसका मैं फाउंडर हूँ, हमारा ऑलमोस्ट 90 to 95% रेवेन्यू ऑनलाइन आता है. तो आज का जो कंज्यूमर है वो बहुत सारी डिजिटली सैवी हो गया है. एंड आई एम श्योर आज के जो स्टूडेंट्स हैं वो भी जो हमारे टाइम के जो स्टूडेंट्स थे और जिस तरीके से हमारी अपब्रिंगिंग रही थी उसमें भी काफ़ी डिफरेंस है. बट एट द एंड ऑफ द डे द एक्सपेक्टेशन ऑफ एनीवन हु इज जॉइनिंग अ प्रेस्टिजियस इंस्टीट्यूट लाइक IIM लखनऊ, जिसको वो IIM का जो टैग है प्लेसमेंट में तो हेल्प करेगा ही बट आगे लाइफ में भी हेल्प करेगा. So, I want to know your perspective. How have things changed 15 years ago जब मैं कैंपस में था और आज का क्या सीन चल रहा है?
See, one thing to begin with, thank you for sort of this interaction, and then see it's a privilege to sort of bring our own alumni back to the campus. क्योंकि एक चीज़ जो मैं stark difference देख रहा हूँ, last maybe 5-10 years maybe find a lot of our own students have gone and started good companies, getting a lot of recognition and all that and all. So one way of connecting with alumni and also bringing the perspective of what's changing is to bring you people back onto the campus. And as for today, you're part of a formal session that we have for SDM and all, where you will talk about quick com impact and channels and all. So I was just talking to someone else ki, though we keep updating things, but it's something which is happening currently. For example, you are dealing what's happening in the channel on a very regular basis, day-to-day basis. Last 3 years, you've built your company around a new channel. वो capture करना शायद classroom context में थोड़ा सा there is a lag.
Yeah.
It will come in. So we've been talking about things how we bring in. Best thing is to get you people in directly into the classroom and share that perspective with the students. So it works both ways. One is, which I was saying earlier also, ki one is it will help them understand the context. Other thing is, will it inspire more entrepreneurs to come in? Right? These are two things which are there and all. What has changed? See, a lot of things have changed. For example, the way we used to traditionally look at marketing and what marketing is today. So 2006 say 2025, 26, almost 26 now. Almost 26.
20 साल हो गए आपको.
20 साल हो गए. तो 20 साल पहले डिजिटल मार्केटिंग नाम की कोई चीज़ ही नहीं थी हमारे डिस्कशंस में. थोड़ा बहुत इंटरनेट के बारे में बात करते थे हम लोग. But today the consumer has moved online, companies have moved online. So all discussions, I'm not saying that traditional marketing is not relevant, but one has to add that extra skill sets to be able to talk to the consumer online, understand what he requires, and then sort of adapt your marketing strategy accordingly. Otherwise, you would be left out. So from a recruitment angle also, you would have recruiters coming in who are handling situation on a very regular basis, and with the pace of change that we are looking at, we have to be cautious whether we are preparing the students for those changes or not. So that's an attempt. Though we have a legacy brand, we have 40 years of reputation with us, we have to also ensure that every student who's going out to the market is industry ready and is able to sort of help the companies from day one versus taking some time and also that's the attempt. Obviously, it would vary across different subjects, but as an institution, as a overall goal is to get them ready. So that's the attempt.
आपने सर 2006 की बात की, आज से 20 साल पहले, एंड आई रिमेंबर 2006 वाज द ईयर व्हेन आई जस्ट पास्ड आउट ऑफ इंजीनियरिंग. आज अगर सोशल मीडिया की हम बात करें तो हमारे पास फेसबुक, इंस्टाग्राम, यूट्यूब, लिंक्डइन, ट्विटर, टिकटॉक, स्नैपचैट, और ये तो मुझे पता है, आई थिंक मैं जेनजी को पूछूंगा तो वो 10 नाम और दे देंगे. 2006 में मुझे याद है शायद फेसबुक होता था और उस टाइम पे ऑर्कुट करके एक प्लेटफॉर्म वाज जस्ट स्टार्टिंग, but I think there was absolutely no social media, or not to the extent where it is today. So much so that if I look from a recruitment perspective or from a company's perspective कि marketing में हम जो काम कर रहे हैं, तो it is very very important for me to have people in my company or anybody who's recruiting for their company that जो भी मेरे कंपनी में मार्केटिंग करने आए उसको ट्रेडिशनल फंडामेंटल बिल्डिंग ब्लॉक्स के साथ साथ इन चैनल्स पे कैसे कंपनी की मार्केटिंग करनी, कैसे कंज्यूमर्स तक हमारे प्रोडक्ट सर्विस पहुंचाने और किस तरीके कन्वर्ट करना. बिकॉज द रियलिटी इज टुडे दैट मोस्ट ऑफ द पीपल हु आर शॉपिंग in the last 2 to 3 years, their first interaction with a brand is not through a newspaper or a TV ad or a hoarding, but it is through social media. So it's becoming very very important that as you said industry ready. तो day one से मुझे ऐसे लोग चाहिए जिनको ये स्किल सेट्स आती हैं, और नहीं है तो फिर मुझे उसको सिखाना है. लेकिन वो सिखाने के लिए मुझे एक्स्ट्रा टाइम, रिसोर्स, एफर्ट्स लगेगा. So how do you see that in those 20 years? Of course, एक होता है कि हमको जो prescribed syllabus दिया गया है across IIMs वो किया है. But in your own way, how do you try to integrate these things on a day-to-day basis?
See, in a way, if you have to actually see when your recipients of the course are Gen Z people are sitting there and all that. So I'll tell you example during COVID. So till COVID, we were still sort of in the sense that digitalization was there, but we were still slightly, there was a gap in terms of what we needed and what we were doing and all that.
Yeah.
During COVID was a time where all the students were online.
Correct.
And if I were to talk to them about any physical product, physical example, right? So any typical marketing classic examples I were to give, there's a lot of pushback which is coming in. They said, "Ki boss, everything is digital for us now. So why are you talking about these old concepts and all?" The kind of a pushback which came in now. So what we did was at that point in time, we reached out to, so Amazon also reached out to us at that point in time. So they were also, COVID was a period where they were also very heavily recruited.
Yes.
They said, we want to engage. And there's a team which came down for us. In the sense, they took a session for us only on a digital product. So that time they were launching Amitabh Ji's voice on Alexa. So
Yeah.
the team which came in, which sort of, and we had alumni also who were there and all. So they came in, they explained how you're looking at those fundamental principles being applied to a digital context, and where do we extend that? And then that was based on, see, for us, what happens is that I teach marketing, so I have to be very sensitive about is my student. I don't call them customers, but students, are they receiving it well or not?
Yes.
That we get feedback immediately. As in a classroom, especially in a physical context, when you just look around the class, you will know whether that example is getting registered or not. It's very easy to know. So that's where a little adaptation is required. And so I'm just saying one example of bringing in this kind of a context. And what has happened is that, one advantage of the Iron system is that we have a lot of flexibility in terms of how do we design a course. For the core courses that we run, there is a certain amount of restriction because there are many people involved in it.
Yeah.
Electives are my own babies. So I can change up to 20% of the content every year. I can change without asking anyone. I don't need to ask anyone.
So 20% में आपको free hand है.
हाँ, 20% free hand है. उसके beyond आप करना चाहते हैं. तभी भी क्या है, there is a formal process. It will go through the area and then the PGP committee, which is nobody stops you because they accept कि you are the best judge. And we also occasionally send it out to experts outside who also give us a fair assessment कि are we capturing or not. Again, major component is saying कि for every course that we have here, we can bring in 4 people from the industry. So just say you are coming in here, you would look at the course content, you would suggest ki, maybe something which you had seen in some years back versus what it is today. And because you are much more closer to the context, you always give us a feedback, not maybe a direct feedback, but we come to know ki whether you feel ki, and when you interact with the students, you will also realize do they know things, because you would wear both the hats, right? You are coming as a speaker, but you are also looking at probably if I were in that position, would that recruitment happen or not? That kind of perspective is there. So that updation keeps happening, but the challenge today, which I personally feel, is that the pace of change is very fast. Maybe 2006 and 7, maybe 20% of the course changing was okay, but today most of us would try to do a little more than that. And then again the response of the class, right? So every year, for example, if you have to look at my course outline 3 years back, there's nothing on QuickCom there because QuickCom was not था ही नहीं. तो लेकिन आज अगर मैं QuickCom के बारे में नहीं बात करूंगा तो स्टूडेंट बोलेगा मैं तो यार अपने मुझे 10 मिनट में डिलीवरी आती है, तुम सारी चीजें बता रहे हो लेकिन QuickCom के बारे में नहीं बता रहे हो.
और दूसरा मुझे जैसे मैं अगर जॉब लूंगा और उस कंपनी में जाऊंगा तो मुझे तो डे 1 डे 2 पे पूछेंगे कि क्विक कॉमर्स के बारे में कुछ पढ़ाया था कि नहीं पढ़ाया था.
और आपसे आपका जो प्लानिंग होगा, जो भी आप जैसे चैनल प्लानिंग कर रहे हो, तो द अदर डे आई वाज टॉकिंग टू समबडी, ही सेड दैट सी टुडे माय प्लान इंक्लूड्स जीटी, माय प्लान इंक्लूड्स एमटी, ईकॉम, क्विककॉम.
या
So these are 4 integral or maybe even more than that, but at least 4 of these things D2C भी अगर वो ऐड करता है तो करेगा, but उसका जो प्लान होगा for that particular marketing activity would include all these channels.
करेक्ट.
So I cannot say कि मुझे क्लास में सिर्फ जनरेट के बारे में पढ़ाया गया तो मैं सिर्फ जनरेट के बारे में बता सकता हूँ, नहीं. Maybe they may give you a little bit of space, but then expect कि you have to learn, you have to figure it out. So that's where the attempt is कि maybe get people like you who are doing it on a very regular basis to tell them what needs to be done.
करेक्ट.
Right? So that's the attempt.
और ये आपने एक अच्छा बताया कि ये इलेक्टिव्स में आपके पास फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी रहती है. तो मुझे याद है जब मैं सेकेंड ईयर में था तो हमको इलेक्टिव्स चूज करने रहते थे.
Right.
एंड वी वुड ऑलवेज देयर वुड ऑलवेज बी अ ग्रुप ऑफ पीपल हु वुड से कि यार इस प्रोफेसर का तो इलेक्टिव लेना ही है. जैसे मुझे ये याद है कि प्रोफेसर हिमांशु राय जो नेगोशिएशंस वाला जो इलेक्टिव मेरे को अगर उस पर हैवी बिडिंग करनी भी पड़ के और मेरी जो वो एग्जॉस्ट होनी भी जाए, ये वाला मुझे कोर्स नहीं छोड़ना है. तो आई रिमेंबर योर कोर्स वाज आल्सो पार्ट ऑफ, स्पेशली फॉर समबडी लाइक मी हु ऑलवेज वांटेड टू बी इन मार्केटिंग.
राइट राइट.
तो कैंपस से मैंने पीएनजी भी क्रैक किया था.
हाँ.
तो ये कुछ कुछ electives जो है ना, what I feel is that over the period of time, and I think we were chatting about it off record, कि a lot of things will over a period of time evolve and upgrade, but जो fundamental building blocks आपके रहेंगे सेल्स के, डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन के, मार्केटिंग के, तो वो तो रहेंगे ही रहेंगे. अब आई थिंक आई वुड लाइक टू नो योर पर्सपेक्टिव ऑन दिस, दैट 2006 में जब आप सेल्स एंड डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन पढ़ाते हो, तब आपके पास जीटी, एमटी, शायद उस टाइम पे ई कॉम भी इतना प्रेवलेंट नहीं,
नहीं कॉम
आई थिंक
नहीं.
2008, 9, 10 के बाद आया था.
हाँ.
तो your course curriculum will always revolve around these channels.
हाँ.
Now 4-5 years down the line, Flipkart, Amazon are becoming very big and playing a big role.
राइट राइट.
So और GTMT तो अभी भी है, तो उसके ऊपर अब आपके पास ई कॉमर्स भी आ गया. अब अगर मैं लास्ट 2-3 साल की बात करूं तो GTMT है, ई कॉमर्स भी आ गया, अब एक नया तिगड़म आ गया जो क्विक कॉमर्स आ गया है. तो अब आपको फंडामेंटल बिल्डिंग ब्लॉक के साथ में आपको ये भी इंश्योर करना है कि ये वाले चीज़ों का भी कुछ ना कुछ एस्पेक्ट्स मैं स्टूडेंट्स को पढ़ाऊँ. तो वन वे ऑफ डूइंग इज ऑफ कोर्स थ्रू कॉलिंग लेट्स से alum who have been building this space.
राइट राइट.
But other than that, what do you think could be the right way, or could be a practical approach where along with building blocks you also give them something more?
नहीं, see, one way in which we have been trying to do it is that, see, every course, for example, SDM kind of a course, we'll have a project component to it, which is very significant. Isn't that 25% of the course weightage is on the projects which they have to actually do.
Correct.
And these projects are expected to be hands-on, because see, sales and distribution is something which you cannot do in the campus setting and all. You have to go to the
मार्केट में जाना है.
मार्केट में जाना है. तो पहला रिक्वायरमेंट ये होता है कि आप जाइए डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर लोगों से मिलिए, आप रिटेलर लोगों से मिलिए, यू शैडो सम सेल्स पीपल एंड ऑल दैट. दिस गिव्स यू द जीटी पर्सपेक्टिव ऑफ इट एंड ऑल. So but then what we also expect is, see, most of the companies that they go to and speak, they will also have their alumni in the organization.
Yes.
So we say that you reach out to your alumni and then figure out these strategies that you're talking about and all. For example, what has there be approach to these new upcoming channels? So in a project, there is this, maybe half of the project is about what is existing, and maybe 25% of it is about new initiatives that they have done in the last 3-4 years, so that they understand what companies are doing. For example, I'm talking about maybe 7-8 years back, even in those days, companies like Levers, they had their legs in all the possible channels which were there.
Yes.
They said कि D2C भी कर रहे हैं. उस टाइम में क्विक कॉम नहीं कर रहे, लेकिन Amazon, Flipkart में भी अपना स्टोर खोल के रखा है उन्होंने.
तो वहाँ
MT में भी है. They were all trying to figure it out. So now what happens is, as a student, when you interact with them and understand कि उनका क्या approach है करके, so maybe that also gives them a little bit updated information of how a company is responding to it. A little bit of history in terms of these traditional channels, and then what is the response, and later on 25% of the project, but major weightage goes on what are their recommendations, what would they recommend as a group ki kya change karna hai karke, yeah, are they going in the right direction or not. That's where again the Gen Z point comes in the sense ki if it asks me as a prof, I'm very conservative. मैं तो बोलूँगा कि ये जो पहले कर रहे थे उसी में 10% incremental काम करो. लेकिन if you look in the younger generation, they'll say, no boss, you're not saying it right, you'll do it the other way around. See, always remember the example of Decathlon in Lucknow. Gomti Nagar में जब खुला था, I think many years back it opened. So when I went there for the first time, I said, boss, ये चलेगा नहीं. लखनऊ में कौन स्पोर्ट्स का आइटम खरीदेगा या कौन यूज करेगा करके. But then I was proven absolutely wrong.
Yeah.
Today you go in this time kind of a weather, see, you can contest with the apparels or the sports boots and all, but everything is being sold there. So I think pre-COVID numbers in Jamaica, they had crossed 1,200 crores of turnover in. Now they must be doing much bigger numbers and all.
Correct.
But then that's how they sort of took off, and so I'm just saying ki that's where we also need a reality check in terms of what would the consumers want. So that's where going to the market, experiencing it, talking to people from the ground reality is very important. Otherwise, you're disconnected. in terms of, and they need to connect back what's happening in the field back to some discussions which are happening. Making a presentation helps. So obviously I know that a lot of information is available. So I encourage them to look at what is existing. I'm not saying कि don't look at what is existing, but very clearly mark out what is your contribution to that thing or not. Because आजकल हमको पता है कि आपको ढूंढना है तो चैट जीपीटी इस पे सब सारी चीज़ें मिल जाती है. बट लेकिन इंक्रीमेंटल जो आप कर रहे हैं वो इम्पोर्टेंट है, बिकॉज दैट इज गोइंग टू बी रियलिटी एनीवे, राइट? वेयरएवर यू आर देयर, द बेस मटेरियल सर्टेन एक्सटेंट इज गोइंग टू बी प्रोवाइडेड, बट देन बियॉन्ड दैट यू हैव टू अप्लाई योर माइंड.
सर चैट जीपीटी आपने बोला, तो क्या इंस्टीट्यूट ने सब्सक्रिप्शन लिया हुआ है चैट जीपीटी का और स्टूडेंट्स को अवेलेबल है वो?
नहीं, एज ऑफ नाउ तो नहीं है हमारे पास. सो वी हैव नॉट सब्सक्राइब्ड इट, बट इट इज इन द पाइपलाइन, इन द सेंस कि there are some of the other IIMs which have formally bought a subscription
For
at least the faculty they bought it. But then see what also happens is कि I think for the students they anyway have a lot of the student access, मतलब उनको मिल ही जाता है फ्री में
एक्सेस मिल जाता है उनको.
हाँ, वो जो जैसे होता है ना, वो आई थिंक लॉट ऑफ दीस.
अभी एयरटेल ने एक प्लान निकाला था जिसमें परप्लेक्सिटी का 12 महीने का सब्सक्रिप्शन फ्री मिला,
और उसमें वो एक हो गया. और स्टूडेंट लोगों के लिए देयर इज अ सेपरेट फैसिलिटी, तो the students will anyway get that subscription on their own.
But so when you see their presentation or when you see any reports which is submitted, do you see that this is AI generated or do you see that this is actually something which उसने खुद जाके काम किया है उसका?
नहीं, see इसमें क्या होता है कि the only way in which I can see as a teacher, there are two ways in which you can sort of take care of this kind of a problem. One way could be that one way is obviously where I say ना कि incentivize them to bring certain things from the field. For example, in a SDM kind of a course, I sort of subtly put it across कि आपका जो last slide होगा, last slide में आपको एक selfie निकालनी पड़ेगी with a channel partner and with during a visit. So that's an incentive for them, so that they go to the field. And then my personal belief is when you go to the field in SDM kind of a context, you would bring in certain things back from the field visit. ऐसा हो ही नहीं सकता कि आप सिर्फ फील्ड विजिट किया और आपने कुछ वहाँ पे लोगों से बातचीत नहीं की. बातचीत करेंगे, इंटरेस्टिंग लगेगा आपको, विद द कॉन्टेक्स्ट इज सो इंटरेस्टिंग. एटलीस्ट आई पर्सनली बिलीव, आई बीन इन दिस स्पेस फॉर 20 years नाउ, एंड आई फाइंड कि फील्ड में जब उतरते हैं तो एवरीथिंग इज इंटरेस्टिंग. यू हैव सो मेनी थिंग्स दैट यू कैन लर्न, यू कैन पिक अप, व्हिच योर चैट जीपीटी विल नॉट बी एबल टू गिव.
सर बच्चों को तो फील्ड में उतारते हैं, आप कितनी बार फील्ड में जाते हो और आपका फील्ड विजिट का फ्रीक्वेंसी क्या रहता है?
नहीं, देखिए हम लोग क्या करते हैं, हम लोग ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस पे केस स्टडीज लिखते हैं.
हाँ.
So whenever I write a case, I do primary cases only. I don't do any secondary cases.
Yeah.
So primary में क्या होता है कि visits होते हैं हमारे,
नहीं पड़ता है,
तो जाना ही पड़ता है. And then we meet people, and then ऐसा सिंह नहीं कि see I started my career in Philips and sales. तो मेरे में अभी भी वो सेल्स का कीड़ा है.
हाँ.
तो मुझे अच्छा लगता है मार्केट में जाना, लोगों से मिलना अच्छा लगता है. तो हम जहाँ पे और मेरे जो रिसर्च का एक्टिविटी है, my research is predominantly in a space called kirana trade.
Okay.
So I study kirana shops, I study how they adopt technology and all, and it is all primary again. तो जैसे अगर हमारा एक भी स्टडी होगा तो उसमें 100-150 दुकान वाले से मुझे बात करना ही पड़ेगा. तो अभी कुछ मार्केट्स में तो ऐसा हो गया कि लोग पहचानने लगे, तो मुझे दूसरे मार्केट जाने पड़ते हैं क्योंकि लोग पहचान लेते हैं कि भाई आप पहले भी आए थे,
पहले से उनको पता है कि यही है, वापस आके यही पूछने वाले हैं.
तो बट देन वो करते हैं. बट देन सी आई एम जस्ट सेइंग, सी सिंपल थिंग्स इज कि बीइंग अ मार्केटिंग प्रो, बीइंग अ इंटरेस्टेड इन रिटेल एंड डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन, for me, one of the advantages of this is कि my wife never needs to push me to go to the marketplace. See, whenever you are there, na, because I'm a prof, I wear the researcher's hat also. I am also wearing an hat ki what is the example that I can bring back to the class, and then interaction there, seeing what's happening. So that's where the class should get enriched. And the students also, when they're making a presentation, so the condition in the presentation is also that it is not one-to-one presentation to me. Is a presentation to the class also. To the class. So that the class also is able to see
from you.
Another 10 examples which are there, of what they have seen, they have observed. Secondly, of controlling this problem of AI and all would be to transfer some of the evaluation back to the students also. As a group, you also rate the other groups. क्योंकि मुझे नहीं पता कि तुमने कितना यूज किया है, लेकिन ग्रुप को तो दूसरे लोगों को तो पता नहीं कि तुमने क्या किया है. तो they know each other. So if they are rating somebody high, then that's fair enough.
सर मुझे लगता है कि, और ये हमारे टाइम पे भी होता था कि जब भी ये प्रेजेंटेशन होता है केस स्टडी का या प्रोजेक्ट का, तो जनरली 4, 5, 6 लोगों का ग्रुप बनता है. आई एम प्रीटी श्योर ये आज भी ये परंपरा कायम होगी. हर ग्रुप में एक फ्री लोडर होता है.
राइट.
2-3 लोग होते हैं जो शिद्दत से गए हैं, एक्चुअल में मार्केट में गए हैं, कंज्यूमर से बात की है, ये किए वो किए, और उसमें से 2 लोग होते हैं जो फ्री लोडर्स होते हैं। तो फ्री लोडर हमारे लिंगो में हम लोग उनको बोलते थे कि जो सिर्फ ऐसे टैग अलोंग कर लेते हैं, पूरा काम 3-4 लोग करते हैं और ये लोग आके एंड में या तो 1-2 शब्द बोल देंगे या तो क्रेडिट लेके जाएंगे। आज भी वैसा होता है दैट इन अ ग्रुप, डू यू सी दैट इट कैन वेरी क्लियरली मेक आउट दैट ये जो 3 लोग बोल रहे हैं ना, लग के आ रहा है कि इन्होंने ही पूरा काम किया है, बाकी के 2 लोग गए हैं नाम के लिए और या तो कुछ गूगल पे या चैट जीडी पे करके आए हैं।
नहीं, आई थिंक that's ह्यूमन नेचर, इट विल नेवर चेंज, राइट? तो वो तो देखिए, हम लोग ग्रुप एक्टिविटी करवाते क्यों हैं? सी, वी नो दैट दिस आर ग्रुप डायनेमिक्स, and by having a freeloader you also realize this is part of reality. तो आप जब ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल कॉन्टेक्स्ट में काम करेंगे तो आपने भी देखा होगा कि आपका क्रेडिट कोई और लेके चले जाता है।
हाँ, बिल्कुल।
राइट, सो दैट इज द कॉन्टेक्स्ट दैट वी आर ट्राइंग टू प्रोवाइड यू हियर, बिकॉज व्हाट वी आल्सो रियलाइज बाय ग्रुप प्रोजेक्ट्स, so then we can do an individual project so that we can assess किसने काम किया किसने नहीं किया। Purpose of having a group project itself is कि to make you ready for group work. Organization में आप कभी भी अकेले नहीं काम करेंगे।
करेक्ट।
You will always work in groups, so you need to sort the dynamics out. You will not be able to get work from somebody, some people and all, but are you able to convey that message to the evaluator? How do you do it? By not antagonizing your friend, because हो सकता है कि यहाँ तो
लेकिन मार्क्स तो सबको बराबर ही मिलेंगे।
मार्क्स तो
पूरे ग्रुप को जो मार्क मिलेगा तो फ्री लोडर को भी उतना ही मार्क्स मिलेगा जो
मिलेगा। तो देखिए क्या है ना, मैं क्या बता रहा हूँ कि ग्रुप में दूसरे लोगों को भी पता है कि ये होने वाला है करके। So the point is कि we are giving you an opportunity to think through that kind of a situation कि भाई आगे जाओगे तो भी ऐसा होगा, कैसे हैंडल करोगे इससे? So that's your headache. So normally see there are everybody has every prof has a different strategy. There are some profs who are very strict on this, say कि आप मुझे बताओ कौन नहीं काम कर रहा है, मैं उसे penalize करूँगा. That's one way of doing things and all. People like me are slightly laid back. We say it is the group's headache. Group needs to sort it out. I don't want to get into that minute details कि group के अंदर क्या हो रहा है करके. So it's up to the group to decide. आपको लग रहा है कि ये see what would also happen is that there is a give and take also in groups, right?
Correct.
इस ग्रुप में ये काम कर रहा है, दूसरे ग्रुप में कोई और काम कर रहा है. So all those things are there. So I don't want to get into that dynamics and all that. But some people do get into it. जैसे कुछ लोग जाते हैं specifically, मैं नहीं जाता specifically. मैं बोलता हूँ कि let the groups handle it and let them sort it out and all that. वो कर लेते हैं. This is कि I've been doing it for many years, so I know कि वो होता है and it is accepted part of it and all.
Sir, one important, I think, point which a lot of companies today are struggling with, I would not say struggling with, but are kind of figuring out how to deal with is the Gen Z. तो जब हम free loader की बात कर रहे हैं या somebody who doesn't want to, kind of hustle a lot, just put the bare minimum effort but wants the maximum reward. तो आज ये हम देखते हैं कि जो companies में जो Gen Z काम कर रहा है, while on one hand we do acknowledge that they are super creative, they are people who have grown with tech around them, the digital content around them, so they think in ways which, for example, somebody like me could not think of. So that's a very big pro. The con is that because they have kind of not seen that kind of hustle or the kind of struggle which probably somebody 20 years ago would have seen, they have a very different view of what kind of output is expected from me in the organization. तो ये तो हम लोग कंपनीज में आपको मल्टीपल लोग मिलेंगे. IIM में अगर आज 2025 की बात करूं, आई थिंक मोस्ट ऑफ द बैच वुड बी Gen Z. If I look from the age profile point of view.
Right.
And so do you see that difference in the kind of efforts people are putting for projects or उस टाइम पे हमारे यहाँ पे बहुत सारे कमिटीज होती थी, 7-8-9 कमिटीज होती थी, आज आई डोंट नो ज़्यादा होंगी. तो उस टाइम में और इस टाइम में Gen Z का आपको क्लासरूम में क्या डिफरेंस निकल के आ रहा है?
नहीं, see my experience because I've across the last 19 years on the campus, I've worked across lots of, see we have administrative roles at PTA, placement में करवा रहे हैं, अभी Alcom में हूँ, पहले MDP में था. So wherever I have had an opportunity to work with student teams, which I've seen in student affairs and placements and all that. So that's something which gives you a lot of energy. Because irrespective of my experience in 19 years, all the committees which you work with and all, they're highly committed. and they would go out of the way to get the job done. So that is what sort of assures me of what is there in IML, in the sense that if you have, for example, committees के बारे में बोला ना, आज के दिन में मेरे यहाँ कैंपस में मेरे ख्याल से 36 committees है, right from
36 committees
36 committees, right from, जैसे आज TEDx चल रहा है हमारा, तो you'll have everything. MV की कमेटी है, एक आध कमिटीज कम हुई है, जैसे हमारे यहाँ पे तो we have a committee which takes care of the stray dogs on the campus also. It's called Tails and Tails.
wow
Right, so that's the range of committees we have, and these committees every Sunday they are organizing something on the campus. Every Sunday you'll have an event.
who decides which new committee should be now formed? Is it like some student gives some idea, or
No, see, what happens is structurally we have a student affairs chairman, we have a student affairs committee, and we have the student council which is there. Student council is the body which manages a lot of these operations which are there and all that. So student affairs chair and the council, the proposal for a new committee will come to the council. Council will vet it and then put it up to the student affairs chair. The student affairs chair will see whether it is, because there is for every committee there is a resource commitment that the institute also makes and all that. They are supported in terms of budget and all that. So depending on whatever their commitments are, and also looking at what is the sort of a strain that you're putting on the students also. In the sense कि I'm just saying कि अगर 36 committees है, हर Sunday आप event कर रहे हैं, तो is it actually adding value to the students also?
Yeah.
Student committees है, that is good, लेकिन are the students getting any value out of it and all? So sometimes we also drop a few committees. ऐसा नहीं कि committees, but then as of now it's approximately around 30 plus committees on the campus.
Yeah.
So but then coming back to the issue of Gen Z and all, see, one thing which happens is कि I have not observed that kind of a dramatic change in the behavior of people, because maybe I am interacting with the kids in the committees and all that. और committees में normally लगता है कि थोड़े motivated लोग ही आते हैं. हो सकता है कि जो motivated नहीं है वो शायद नहीं आ रहा होगा committee में. That may be my bias. But I've seen committees from 11 to 13 to recent times also. Now also I'm interacting with the committee, and those kids are the ones who were 100% reliable. उन्होंने कुछ काम दिया, वो काम definitely हो जाएगा. So that is how we've been seeing and all that. But then obviously there is that. See, I'll tell you a simple example in terms of how we have also become a little more accommodative. जैसे मैं आपको बताता हूँ कि आपके टाइम में, रक्षाबंधन के टाइम में किसी ने छुट्टी लेके जाने का कोई सीन हुआ ही नहीं होगा.
अच्छा.
I'm talking about 10 years, 15 years में कौन रक्षाबंधन के टाइम में छुट्टी लेके जाता था?
मैं तो नहीं गया.
हाँ, नहीं, मतलब उस टाइम में कंसेप्ट ही नहीं था. जैसे दिवाली के दिन भी क्या होता था कि दिवाली के दिन सुबह सेशंस हो जाते थे. Diwali would still continue going on and on. So people would be on the campus. It's also a factor of connectivity. आज के दिन में क्या है कि आपको दिल्ली जाना है तो आप you can just fly off and then go and come back in a couple of days and all. That's also changed. But what has also happened is the expectation of the people कि I would get a break to celebrate a festival or celebrate whatever occasion is there. वो पहले उतना नहीं होता था. पहले हम लोग क्या मानते थे कि भाई इतना रिगरस कोर्स चला रहे हैं हम, तो तुमको गैप नहीं देंगे हम करके. अच्छा. And that was accepted by the students also.
But also I think that is why IML is also called as hell. क्योंकि सुबह से रात non-stop 7 दिन of the week करके session by session, term by term रगाड़ना है, घिसाना है, तो बीच में break का chance नहीं मिलता था. The only time Diwali maybe of course during your internship in the summer break, but that's about it.
Right. And believe me, the effort or the engagement of the students is still the same. You would not find them with रात को 2 बजे भी आप देखेंगे तो they're still engaged with something or the other. So that is still there. And it's not a factor of just the course rigor. It's a factor of their general activities that they do. They are busy with something or the other. They are always busy. So
But across these 36 committees, अगर मैं average per committee 6 भी पकड़ूं, 6 लोग या 7 लोग भी पकड़ूं, तो almost 210 या 220 out of the batch strength of around 500. 580. So almost 40% of the batch is in some or the other committee. तो हमारे टाइम में मुझे याद है कि जैसे ही कमिटीज का प्रोसेस शुरू हो गया, सब लोग भागते थे कि यार एक कमेटी में तो जाना ही है, क्योंकि वो एक सीवी पॉइंट हमको मिल जाएगा ताकि कुछ ना कुछ तो हम बोले जब इंटरव्यू में कुछ लगे तो. उस टाइम पे ऑफ कोर्स जस्ट लाइक whenever some companies come, there are the dream companies. So just like there are some dream committees. So of course PCOM would be the number one. Then the Manfest जो
MV.
हमारा फेस्टिवल फ्लैगशिप है, आई थिंक अब वो मैनफेस्ट वर्चस्व
हाँ,
कंबाइन
MV
किया है,
MV बन गया वो।
अब वो बन गया है. एंड देन ऑफ कोर्स स्टूडेंट काउंसिल, एल्कॉम, तो ये 5-6 जो कमिटीज है मेन वही. तो आज भी वही है कि अभी कोई नया कमिटी आया है जो बोल रहा है कि नहीं अब हमको ज्वाइन करो तो शायद तुम्हारा सीवी पॉइंट स्ट्रॉन्ग बने.
I think see top वाली committees तो same ही है.
इंडेक्स आई थिंक
हाँ, index होता है, but index has been dropped.
वो इंडेक्स हैज बीन ड्रॉप नाउ.
Dropped.
Okay.
So I think we are planning to revive it in a different format. But the older format has been dropped. So that's something which has gone out. But then see, those top 5 or 6 committees remain the same. But you have more variety which has come in. Let's see, for example, we're talking about photography as an example. You have a lot of social initiatives that people do and all that. So people interested in that would take that up and all that. For example, I give the example of that Tails and Tails, which takes care of the welfare of the dogs on the campus. See, I know it is a very controversial topic, but then when the dogs are in the campus, they have to be also taken care of. Vaccination करवाओ, ये करवाओ, वो करवाओ. तो वो सारा वो committee देखती है. So I have found very passionate people working for that. My personal opinion may differ whether I like, I do not like, but I found the students who are there are very passionate about what they're doing.
Correct.
So which I think which is the way forward, in the sense कि if you want to succeed in life, you need to find something which you're passionate about. The moment you get that match, you would do well. So even if that happens in a committee also, you'll find that committee and that recognition that you give to that person would still be there, right? So irrespective of maybe it's not a very significant, may not on the top 5 or 6 committees, but still if you're passionate and doing a good job there, people recognize them.
So sir, almost 40% of the batch is in some way or the other in some committee doing, apart from academics. And we all know that IIM Lucknow is like one of the most rigorous institutes in terms of academics, projects and all of that. तो ऑन एन एवरेज, इनफैक्ट मेरे टाइम पे मुझे याद है कि सुबह 8 बजे से क्लासेस ऑलमोस्ट शुरू हो जाते थे, शाम तक चलते थे, फिर थोड़ा सा ब्रेक लेके हम प्रोजेक्ट्स करते थे, एक्स्ट्रा करिकुलर करते थे, और रात के 2-3 बजे तक चल जाता था. नेक्स्ट डे अगेन द साइकिल कंटिन्यूज. सो ऑलमोस्ट 12-14 घंटा हम लोग देते थे एवरी डे फॉर काइंड ऑफ ओवरऑल वेल डेवलपमेंट. 2 साल बाद जब हम कॉर्पोरेट में आते हैं तो ये जज्बा जो है वो चेंज क्यों हो जाता है? तो अब हम जो आजकल बहुत डिबेट चल रहा था, और आई थिंक मिस्टर नारायण मूर्ति आल्सो सेड दैट एवरीबॉडी शुड वर्क एक्स नंबर ऑफ आवर्स पर डे एंड यू शुड काइंड ऑफ हसल एंड ग्रो. तो जब हम IIM में होते हैं या MBA इंस्टीट्यूट में होते हैं तो हम तो ये एकदम खुशी करते हैं कि यार 12 घंटा 14 घंटा मेरे को सर एक असाइनमेंट दो, मुझे कोई कमेटी का पार्ट बनाओ, मैं ये करूँगा वो करूँगा. जबकि यहाँ पे तो मैंने इंस्टीट्यूट को पैसे दिए हुए हैं, राइट? Versus when I go to the other side and where I am actually being paid for the kind of value and the output I'm bringing to the org, वहाँ पे suddenly नहीं यार 8 घंटे 9 घंटे से ज़्यादा काम क्यों होना चाहिए? कोविड के बाद तो अब लोग ऑफिस जाने में भी कितना, so a lot of companies then kind of hesitate when people say आपके पास work from home है क्या, remote है क्या? So what changes when the same person who is putting so much time in IIM for those 2 years, what changes when he goes and joins the corporate?
I think maybe they look at a trade-off between, it becomes, I also feel that again, maybe I go back to the same point, maybe the engagement that he wants from an organization, is he getting that or not? जैसे यहाँ पे जो करते हैं, a lot of it is, ठीक है, we have a lot of compulsory part of the course also. But beyond the course hours which you do is all voluntary.
It's all voluntary, correct?
So that is something which you do out of your own interest.
Yeah.
So maybe in an organizational context also, you would find some people who are there in spite of the fact कि दूसरे लोग चले गए, वो फिर भी काम कर रहा है. क्यों कर रहा है? It's not कि he is getting something extra out of it, but then he is passionate about it.
Correct.
तो maybe some amount of that could be there. But then I also feel कि too much of discussion around this concept of कि वो balance करना है, वो करना है, उससे भी थोड़ा सा impact होता है, क्योंकि people start thinking, am I balancing it or not?
Yeah.
लेकिन कहते कि balance is very difficult to get. For example, on paper, if you look at IIM prof, he's supposed to have the most balanced life possible, right? तो बहुत ही कम पढ़ाना होता है, रिसर्च करता है, वो करता है, लेकिन क्या है कि एम आई मेंटली फ्री, आई एम मेंटली एंगेज थ्रू आउट, राइट? फॉर एग्जाम्पल, जैसे एन एग्जाम्पल, सी टुडे इज अ संडे, राइट? Sunday bhi you are in the classroom block, you will have guest lectures, you have people coming and teaching. We are there, the office is there, everybody is there, it is still running. So and Monday onwards regular काम है हमारा, तो वो चलता है. So नहीं, I'm just saying कि to expect, but then and this is again कि see, I'll tell you, within academics also it's the same thing. The pressure is enormously high on people. हमारे यहाँ आई वुड स्टिल बिलीव कि IIM Lucknow is a better place to work versus the more rigorous and higher expectation places. I will not name, but there have been instances where people have sort of not been able to do it in other places and all. हमारा is been very accommodative. I've been here for 20 years, right? So somebody who stays 20 years in an organization is sort of...
सर 20 years आप बोल रहे हो, आज मैं सीरीज देखता हूँ तो 20 महीने लोग नहीं टिकते. You know, they keep changing job and they keep hopping from here and there, and after a point of time I feel that you can do job hopping till one level, or you can, you know, but your growth will come when you spend time with one institute, learning, absorbing it, so that once you're in a position to give actual contribution, तो आप उस टाइम पे तो आप कट लेते हो.
नहीं, I think so maybe from the younger generation point of view, see, that effort part is there. You cannot expect results without efforts. So that's where we firmly believe, see, one of the advantages that anyone who is doing it from a very rigorous place is he will not find it difficult to cope. So if he is not doing it, it's out of his choice. वो नहीं करना चाहता.
At the end of the day, it's about the choice.
हाँ. So that's where the challenge lies कि maybe it's also, see, many times what you are rightly saying is also initially at least people are figuring it out कि मुझे करना क्या है करके. तो maybe that experimentation phase is there and all that. So that is where
और ये जो फिगरिंग आउट है ना सर, तो जैसे मैंने तो इंजीनियरिंग किया था, तो इंजीनियरिंग के दूसरे या तीसरे साल में ही वो फिगरिंग आउट कर लिया कि इंजीनियरिंग नहीं करना है. तो उसके बाद फिर चलो MBA करते हैं. फिर MBA करने के बाद फिगर आउट कर लिया था कि यू नो कॉर्पोरेट में जॉब नहीं करना है, यू नो खुद का कुछ करना है. खुद का कुछ करने में भी पहले 3 साल में फिगर आउट किया कि मुझे ये नहीं करना मुझे. तो आई थिंक फिगरिंग आउट में हम लोग 25, 30, 35 साल, कुछ लोग तो 35 साल निकाल देते टू फिगर आउट यू नो व्हाट दे वांट टू डू. लाइक इन PNG आई रिमेंबर देयर वाज वन पर्सन was around 38 years old. When I joined PNG, I was 25 or 26. There was a 38-year-old guy who had spent 12 years in PNG in supply chain and operations. And he said, I'm not enjoying this. तो सबसे पहले तो मुझे लगा कि यार आपको 12 साल क्यों लगे ये रियलाइज करने को. And then he said, no, I think I want to do marketing and brand building. So he then moved to the marketing function. But if you are switching a completely different function, supply chain और marketing में, तो आपको वहाँ पे ABM लेवल से शुरू करना पड़ेगा जो एक एंट्री लेवल जॉब है. तो वन इज ऑफ कोर्स यू हैव टू टेक अ पे कट आल्सो, एंड सेकंड you have to, now you are with ABMs who are 25, 26 year old and you are a 38 year old gentleman with 12 years of PNG experience. But he was very clear कि नहीं मेरे को I am not clear what I want to do. How do people get this clarity, especially when you are in an IIM where you have actually a lot of people actually take loan to you know to kind of to pay the fees, but उनका एक ख्वाब है कि यार मेरे डैड का ख्वाब है या मेरा ख्वाब है कि मुझे एक IIM से MBA करना है. लेकिन उसके बाद जब मैं जॉब लेने जाता हूँ या जाती हूँ, आई कैन नॉट randomly decide that you know I don't like this or I don't like that, because there is also a pressure of EMIs and you know there's some financial outflow which I need to kind of sustain. So sometimes and I get a lot of these queries from a younger generation that I am not happy in my job but I have no other option, but I don't want to because I have this EMI, some financial obligations, I will get married at some point of time, but that figuring out is still not done even 5 years after doing MBA.
No, see, if you're looking at a place like IML, one advantage that you're going to get is that there are various opportunities where you can try things out. Right? One could be that, see, one is obviously the more standard process of getting into a summer internship process.
Yeah.
Summer internship gives you 2 months to sort of try out a new profile, new role which you wouldn't have done. And that helps you get a fair idea कि ये मुझे करना नहीं करना. अगर आपको अगले 15 साल तक यही काम करना है तो तुम ये करोगे नहीं करोगे. So that's a point where you can take that decision कि am I interested in this profile, this kind of a job or not. वो एक point हो जाता है. Other thing which I also find is कि that has changed. So for example, if you're asking about what has changed, right? Last maybe 10-12 years, a lot of companies run case comms on the campus. So I don't have the exact number, but it's a huge number of people. So there are some standard case comms which have been running for the last 15 years at least, right? You have Lime, which HUL does, then Asian Paints does a competition. So now every company does a case comm. I think that also gives you a fair opportunity to actually try out some problem which the organization is giving you, check out their context, and if you were to progress in that case comm, you will also get an opportunity to interact with people in the company.
Correct.
You will know what they are doing. So that's where you should be able to. So this is the second way that I feel that one can try it out and all that. And obviously these committees which you are talking about, all committees also give you the other learning element of why an IM system and all. I feel is your peer group that you get. Right.
So that is a very important point which you have said. The peer group is...
So that peer group is with varied experiences. Some of them would have done job in IT, some of them would have been in manufacturing, some of them would have been in marketing also. So if you want to sort of understand your strengths and weaknesses early, I think best is understand it from your peers also.
Yeah.
To know what do they think about you. Right? यहाँ पे एक और क्या होगा ना कि see many times आपके जो batchmates है, section mates and all that, some of them are also very, what do you call, blunt.
Yeah.
You ask them to give a blunt feedback, they'll give you a blunt feedback.
Blunt as you get.
So I'm just saying that this is the place where you can get that feedback. So
Yeah.
at least for 1 year, you are in a safe environment for that matter in your own section where you can be open with people. देखिए क्या होता है नौकरी में रहते तो we are always skeptical about your colleagues. Are they assessing me? बॉस से बात नहीं कर सकते खुल के, colleague से बात करोगे तो then you don't know कहाँ advantage ले लेगा उस बात का. लेकिन क्लास सेक्शन में आप कर सकते हैं. With your own peers, with your own, maybe even if that happens a little less, but even faculty you can actually go and reach out to and all that. कुछ लोग करते हैं, बहुत कम करते हैं, because again the same.
आपसे डर लगता है सर, आपसे कैसे हम अभी तो हम alumni तो हम प्यार से हंस पे, जब आप पढ़ा रहे होते तो जब डंडा पड़ते तो कैसे हम आपके पास जाके बात करें?
टीचर देखिए क्या है ना कि यहाँ पे वो भी एक फर्क है, in the sense कि see I don't really see teacher in the same side of what you call the framework that you would have seen earlier. See, in the management school, we try to, because it's discussion oriented, we try to involve people and all, and maybe hesitance may be there, but people reach out. Just say there are people who would at a personal level reach out and try to sort of sort it out and all. So यानी कि कहीं ना कहीं जितना हमारा experience है, because what happens with us is that we see a lot of our students cracking the best of the jobs from the campus. Then 5 years later we find कि उसने वो dream job छोड़ के वो कुछ अलग ही कर रहा है, which makes sense to him.
Yeah.
And obviously entrepreneurship is one very interesting route which people are taking, and I keep telling my class also, ये तुमसे बात कर रहा हूँ बोल के बोल नहीं रहा हूँ मैं. I personally see more value being added by entrepreneurs than obviously managers are definitely able to manage things and all. But how are we adding to the economy? Maybe we are adding to the economy by creating more entrepreneurs, and which the batches have started doing it. Right, in terms of your own batches, as you were saying, sharing with me, all batches will find that there are people who are going the entrepreneur route and all that, which was not the trend when I joined. Right, जब मैंने join किया था तो क्या होता था कि interviews में जब मैं पूछता था लोगों को क्या करना है, 99% of the people will say entrepreneurship करना है करके. लेकिन क्या होता था कि वही 99% जब प्लेसमेंट सीजन आता था तो they would want the best jobs possible. Correct. So we knew that there was a gap, but that gap is narrowing down now. So maybe not immediately, as you're saying, EMI pressure, student loan pressure. Once they cross that stage, they are able to look at different options. Entrepreneurship in current context is something which a lot of our alumni are doing it and all that.
बिकॉज सर अगर हम MBA का फुल फॉर्म देखें ना तो मास्टर्स ऑफ बिजनेस एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन, तो आपको बिजनेस इन सम फॉर्म और द अदर, राइट नाउ if I look at jobs where traditionally you are given one area, whether it could be marketing, whether it's sales, whether it's finance, supply chain, whatever. But आपको उसको मैनेज करना है उस पर्टिकुलर बिजनेस इज ऑल एनकम्पसिंग,
राइट
राइट? तो मेरे बैच में मुझे याद है 5 से 6 लोग आज हैं जिन्होंने खुद की कंपनी स्टार्ट की है. ऑफ कोर्स आई एम वन ऑफ देम. देयर शांतनु स्टार्टेड बॉम्बे शेविंग कंपनी, देयर अनीश हु स्टार्टेड इटिलाइट, और एक दो लोग हैं. लेकिन ये तो हम लोग ने पहले कुछ साल काम किया, जैसे मैंने पीएनजी में काम किया, शांतनु ने मैकेंजी में काम किया, और अनीश ने भी मैकेंजी में काम किया. मतलब वन पर्सन who opted out of placements in 2011, and he said, I am very clear that I have a family business of I think printing या कुछ उसका था, इंदौर से था वो. He said, I am very clear that I wanted to do an MBA so that my family business is not being run professionally and you know पुराने तरीके से चलते आ रहा है, जो मैंने मेरे family business में भी देखा after a while. But he took the risk of, you know, I don't want to work in a big company. And he was also like, Abhishek Chhajlani is my batchmate. He was in Credence Capital, एक जो trading और उसका एक committee है उसमें था.
Credence is still very strong on the
Very strong, and like I would say probably if you have Credence Capital on your CV, it's like very sharp Marwari guy. He opted out of placements. Like everybody at that point of time was saying, भाई 2-3 साल तो कर ले, बाद में फैमिली में क्या बंद होने वाला है. You know, I am very clear that even while I was in the second year, ये मैं करूँगा, ये मैं मशीन लेके आऊँगा, ये मैं इसको ऐसे करूँगा, वो करूँगा, खुद के जेब से पैसा भी डालूंगा, सब करूँगा. But that was only one person out of the entire batch of 380. And eventually the number of people who's, you know, went on to start their own company is still 5 or 6. Are we like, does institute track कि हमारे अब बैच बाय बैच कितने फाउंडर्स हैं या कितने कंपनीज बनाई हैं?
नहीं, हम लोगों ने एक चीज जो something which I introduced in the last maybe 5-6 years is we have brought in an option of people wanting to opt out.
Yeah.
And opening up an option of maybe if you want to come back after a year and still be part of the placement process, we are still open with that. पहले वो नहीं था हमारे पास ऑप्शन. नहीं कि मैं क्या बता रहा हूँ कि किसी को लग रहा है कि आज मुझे ये वेंचर करना है, वो ट्राई आउट करता है. इफ डजंट वर्क आउट, come back, we will give you placements.
Okay.
After a year also. So that's a provision which was not there earlier. The purpose is to give that cushion to that person कि आपको अगर कुछ ट्राई करना है, immediately ट्राई करना चाहते हो, ट्राई करो, लेकिन वापस आना चाहोगे. If for unfortunate reason it doesn't work out, तो that option is still open. पहले वो ऑप्शन नहीं होता था. जैसे अगर आपने
25 में अगर मैंने ऑप्ट आउट किया,
हाँ,
मैं एक साल कुछ किया, हाथ पैर मारे, सब किया, 26 में I can again come back and
you can join the formal placement process. So that's
very amazing.
So that's what see there are other institutions which do even go a step ahead also. So we are just thinking about those options and all. जैसे कि काफी जगह तो क्या होता है कि जैसे अभी if you are looking at from entrepreneurship perspective, we have an L incubator which runs from the Noida campus. तो वहाँ पे भी हम लोगों ने कुछ किया. But L incubator में IML के alumni कम है उसमें. It's meant for the outside world. But maybe going forward we could have incubators within the campus itself for PGPs only who want to. So for example, if the worry or if something which is stopping you from becoming an entrepreneur is your student loan, so that's not a real big problem to figure it out. In the sense कि मैं क्या बता रहा हूँ, अगर आपने 25 लाख रुपए का लोन लिया, let's suppose the fees is less than that, but still, let's say you're taking 25 lakh to pay. Institute can fund that. It's not very difficult. If you identify the right kind of a person, doing it for 5, 10, 15 people, because see, anyway around today also what happens is there is a lot of support that the institute anyway provides. May not be direct. There are scholarships which are there for students. So there are, for example, there are larger business groups which sponsor a lot of students and all that.
Yeah.
Recently, we have had Adani Group which has sponsored the whole fees for 5 students.
Wow.
So they're taking
2 साल की.
हाँ, पूरे 2 साल की end to end.
अच्छा.
तो पूरा का पूरा 5 स्टूडेंट्स हैं. तो they have done it across all IIMs and IITs and all. So यहाँ पे भी उन्होंने किया. और हमारे यहाँ जैसे आदित्य बिरला स्कॉलरशिप होता है. I think internally we spend a lot of money on a lot of different kind of scholarships which are there and all that. So maybe as you go a little further, we feel कि if somebody were to feel, but then see what I also feel is कि ये provisions लोगों को पहले से पता होने चाहिए. क्योंकि क्या होता है कि आदमी ऐसा नहीं होगा कि ये प्रोविजन है बोल के फिगर आउट करेगा, राइट? तो आई एम जस्ट सेइंग कि पहले से पता हो तो पीपल कैन गो विद दैट माइंडसेट. सो आई विल गिव यू एन एग्जांपल ऑफ वन ऑफ माय स्टूडेंट हु ड्यूरिंग कोविड बैच ही टुक अ ब्रेक Then he came back and took a placement from the campus. Then he started their own company. Company का नाम Anorg है.
Okay.
So Anorg is a company which and they run it from Lucknow itself. So they have a very interesting business model, which is supplying raw material to street food vendors and all that. So
Raw material street food vendors.
street food vendors के लिए. लेकिन बहुत ही and then they have got all these typical जो भी आपके funding वाले जो भी बोलते हैं, everybody has funded them because the business idea is so strong. And they're being
रियल में सर आज अगर आइडिया अच्छा है और उसको चलाने वाला फाउंडर अच्छा है ना, आई थिंक देयर इज नो डर्थ ऑफ कैपिटल.
so this guy is so one of the co-founders is from IML, but उसके दो classmates हैं जो उसके साथ join किए, they are from IIT Kanpur. So they take care of the tech part, this guy takes care of the business part and all that. So but then they're doing a very very good job. So and then he passed out during COVID period and then he took a 1 year break. He said I would like to take a break and try it out. He tried something, didn't work out, came back and joined the placement process, got a job from the campus, worked for a year there. Last 3 years they've been doing this and that has also been doing very well.
बट उसके अंदर का जो एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप का कीड़ा है वो तो कीड़ा तो था. 1 साल किया नहीं चला, फिर उसने जॉब ली. कुछ देखो सर अभी दुनिया में आए तो एक स्टेबल इनकम कुछ तो कहीं से चलना का चाहिए होता है. बट इफ आई एम समबडी हु इज अ रिस्क टेकर एंड रियली वांट्स टू सॉल्व सम प्रॉब्लम, that will not go away. That
Right.
will only be delayed by 2-3 years because of something which is holding me back. But वो आज नहीं तो कल वो निकल के आएगा. बट सर फिर मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है कि ये जो आपने मुझे ये वाला एक इंसिडेंट बताया एंड स्टोरी बताई, दिस इज सो इंस्पायरिंग. बट व्हाई डोंट वी हियर अबाउट इट? एंड आई एम श्योर देयर विल बी मेनी सच स्टोरीज.
No, I think see what happens is कि see there are some connections through which we at least for example I have been here for some time but I'm also not connected to everybody, right? So very limited connections that I have and also उसी limited connections में ये मुझे पता लग रहा है. So that means these examples or these stories are there out but we have to capture them and all that. See that's where maybe some amount of documentation is required and all, some amount of effort. So the one thing which we are trying to do is that ramp up the Alcom office which is there and all, so that will happen.
36 कमिटीज में किसी को लगा ना काम पे.
नहीं
मीडिया कॉम वाली जो
नहीं, इसमें क्या होता है ना, देखो सब कमिटीज अपने काम पे लगे हुए हैं तो उनको एक एडिशनल काम पकड़ाना इन द सेंस कि एनएससिंग इज ऐसा इज नॉट पॉसिबल बट इट हैज टू बी मूव फॉर्मलाइज्ड. So we would want somebody in the institute also to sort of take care, document.
No, because I'm just thinking out loud. Alcom, for example, because every year you have around 400-500 people passing. So your alumni network, of course, is becoming stronger by the year.
Right.
But if I look at founders, और अगर मैं हर बैच में 4 या 5 founders हुए हैं, तो आज 40 का बैच हो गया हमारा, 40-41. तो there are at least 200-250 founders. Now that could become kind of a community in itself.
Yeah, right.
Which will add so much value not just to the institute and the batches, but also in the kind of work they are doing to shaping the Indian economy. So I think that is something which and I don't know how, because I also think a lot about it, is that as a founder my job is to at least create 1 or 2 more founders. तो मैं मेरी कंपनी में ये एक ओपन तो सर मैंने कुछ महीनों पहले लिंक्डइन पे एक पोस्ट डाला था कि मुझे एक आई वांट एन एंटरप्रेन्योर रेजिडेंस. बट मैंने थोड़े से ऐसे कंडीशंस रखे थे कि फर्स्ट इज दैट पर्सन हैज़ टू बी लेस देन 25 years ऑफ एज. सेकेंड, दे वांट टू स्टार्ट समथिंग ऑफ देयर ओन बट maybe they don't have the right guidance or capital, or maybe they are stuck because कोई सही mentor नहीं है या whatever it is. मैंने बोला कि यार MBA नहीं चाहिए मुझे. Even if you don't have an MBA degree, it's fine as long as you have the hustle in you. And the last condition was this has to be your last job. So like when you are working in GoZero with me, यहाँ से निकल के आपको फिर से दूसरी कंपनी ज्वाइन नहीं करनी है. मतलब आप मेरे यहाँ पे 3 साल 4 साल 5 साल करो आप काम और सीख लो कि हाउ टू बिल्ड अ स्टार्टअप, हाउ टू स्केल, एंड यू विल गेट एक्सपोजर टू एवरीथिंग विच यू कैन प्रैक्टिकली होप फॉर. यहाँ से निकल के फिर आपको अपनी कंपनी शुरू करनी है. उसके लिए अगर आपको शुरू में सीड कैपिटल फंडिंग या जो भी लगेगी तो अप टू 1 crore ऑफ सीड कैपिटल आई विल गिव यू. So now this I put on LinkedIn,
Right.
and within 24 hours or 48 hours I got more than 7,000 8,000
applications.
तो अब सब सिलेक्टिवली कुछ लोगों को 1 crore कैपिटल की लालच है. कोई लोगों को यार ये बिना MBA के भी मेरे को दे रहा है तो मैं MBA क्यों करूँ. कोई बोल रहा है यार 25 ईयर्स या उसके बिलो वाला जो एज ग्रुप है उसको ऐसा अपॉर्चुनिटी कहाँ मिलेगा, तो वो लोग अप्लाई कर। सम पीपल वर अबव 30 ईयर्स, दे आल्सो अप्लाई।
Right.
I said I'm very clear for two things. One is, of course, by the time you are done with Go Zero stint, you will be around 28 to 30 years of age. If you are below 25 and you start now, 30 में क्या होता है ना, आपकी वो रिस्क टेकिंग एपेटाइट जो है वो कम हो जाती है, शादी हो जाती है, डिपेंडेंसी आ जाती है। तो आप जो यंग हो ना 25 26 उस टाइम पे जो आप रिस्क टेकिंग एपेटाइट है ना आपकी, वो जैसे जैसे उम्र बढ़ेगी वो कम हो जाएगी। तो मुझे चाहिए कि आप इस एज में रिस्क लो, आप 30 के बाद मत लो, अभी अभी लो। सो आई गॉट 7,000-8,000 application, and then after that I saw so many other founders putting out similar, I will give seed capital, I will give this, that. But the idea was I wanted to ensure that through Go Zero I give at least 2 more founders back to the society who have worked with me and who have have learned and scaled. उससे ज़्यादा तो खैर हमारी भी खुद की टीम लीन है, 30 ही लोग हैं, तो ज़्यादा नहीं है। बट आई थिंक institutes like IIMs and even IITs for that matter, doing some fantastic work in tech and innovation. I think if we can give at least, so as you were speaking, right, अगर हर बैच में से 5 founders निकल के आते हैं तो 40 बैच में से आपके 200 founders हो गए। तो इफ वहाँ से अगर कोई मेंटरशिप के थ्रू या गाइडेंस के थ्रू या वन ऑन वन के थ्रू, इफ वी कैन गेट एटलीस्ट 10 more founders, I think the next 5 years impact on the economy would be tremendous.
Right. Yeah, I think see, my guess is it happens informally as of now, in the sense that sometime back we used to have alumni meets which were around the theme, in the sense keep marketers meeting together, finance people meeting together, entrepreneurs meeting together and all that. But I think 5-6 years back, मुझे लगता है कि entrepreneurship was still not as hot as it is today, in the sense कि
Why?
see we नहीं कि see the I would believe
So you're saying COVID and pre-COVID, it was not that glamorous.
हाँ, it was not that. See, the point is कि see there are a lot of things which are coming together for the Indian economy today. Right, this digitalization is the major impact, influence of mobile technology, people, all these things we are looking at, and the economy is also growing at a different pace. So a lot of infrastructure related challenges have been resolved.
Yeah.
Right, taxation challenges have been resolved. So now everything is coming together. So this is also throwing up a lot of opportunities which we should be able to capitalize.
Yeah.
I would say if you go back in time, maybe 15-20 years, the opportunities were also limited. So because of all these opportunities are coming up, and we as a community, for example, I'm very narrowly focusing only on IML.
Yeah.
We have now a 40-year legacy. So we are 40 years old. So in an institutional context, we are still very young. But from let's suppose you benchmark it with an IML, which is IIM Ahmedabad, which is maybe 20 years ahead, 20 years ahead of us and all that. So lekin we have also matured in that sense, and today we can look at putting all these resources together in terms of, can we get all the entrepreneurs together, create a group where maybe they could offer some mentorship, jaise you're offering it to any outsider. Maybe if we were to channelize it and say ki every year there will be 5 entrepreneurs who can offer 5 this kind of opportunity for 5 students in the campus. So let them bid, let them make presentations, and then you can come and all 5 of you can sit and sort, and then you can pick those people up and all that. And keeping it open again. ऐसा नहीं कि उनको वही करना है करके. But then that mentorship would be valued a lot.
Yeah.
So that could be a route that we can pick up. See, we've also been thinking about starting a MBA in entrepreneurship and innovation and all. Somehow it was not very, very successful. But that idea is still there, in the sense that I'm just saying ki maybe as you go forward, we could sort of crystallize some of these ideas and get some of these ideas working. And with your experience of maybe trying it out in an organizational context, can we do it something at the institutional level? That can also be done. I think so.
No, I think what we also learn, and but if you ask in the VC community, the investors, and they hold IIM Lucknow entrepreneurs in very high regard.
Okay.
वो मैं जब उनसे बात करता हूँ ना, बोलते हैं यार ABC ठीक है, वो होंगे पुराने, और लेकिन एल के जो एलमनाई है जो कुछ यू नो दे फाइंड दे कुछ दे स्टार्टउप करते हैं या कुछ करते हैं ना, तो मतलब उनमें हमने हमने कुछ एक अलग स्पार्क देखी है. आई थिंक वेरी रिसेंटली पीएनजी's ग्लोबल सीईओ जो उन्होंने अपॉइंट किया, मिस्टर शैलेश येचुरीकर, इज एन IIML
राइट, IIML alumni,
राइट. तो ये हम शांतनु ने भी पहले एक बार बोला है, और इन सम वे आई आल्सो काइंड ऑफ connect with it, that anybody who joined IIM Lucknow, they joined because they did not convert ABC, right?
Right.
It's true to some extent. Like अगर मैं मेरी बात करूँ ना, तो मुझे बैंगलोर से कॉल था, लखनऊ था और इंदौर था. ऑफ कोर्स बैंगलोर आई वाज नॉट एबल टू कन्वर्ट, इंदौर आई कन्वर्टेड, एंड आई आल्सो कन्वर्टेड FMS.
राइट.
तो मैंने FMS में जाके फीस भर दी. क्या ही फीस है, 20,000 की फीस थी, मतलब कुछ भी कुछ था नहीं, तो वो भर दी. And then I got convert from IIM Lucknow, so I cancelled FMS, and but if I would have gotten a convert from B, I might not have opted for L. So in general, anybody who was at L was because they did not convert ABC. तो उनमें वो जो जुनून है वो डबल हो जाता है.
राइट.
चलो मैं उनसे कम थोड़ी हूँ यार. ABC नहीं मिलो, कि मैं भी, तुम मार्केट में मिलो, मैं दिखाता हूँ तुमको कि ABC घर पे हो गए तुम, क्या मतलब. we see it in the the Manfred's Worcester also, that rivalry, so it fierce, but it's true that fire is kind of now so much कि यार मैं यहाँ पे नहीं crack कर सका, but I am no less, like I feel that I can compete with the best in the world. So when I go and whether I join some company or whether I start up something of my own, I will kind of ensure that I do the best. And मेरे institution का नाम क्या है, L is the best, ABC नहीं है, L is the best. So that is the kind of लेकिन सर एल में या किसी भी IIM में आज आना, तो जब मेरे टाइम पे 2009 में मैंने कैट दिया, तो देयर वर 2 लाख पीपल हु हैड टेकन द कैट रफली, एंड आई थिंक यू स्पोक रिसेंटली दैट पिछले साल को 3 लाख लोगों ने कैट दिए. तो 15 साल में 2 लाख से 3 लाख एप्लीकेशन आए हैं. एंड even though there are almost 25 IIMs today across the country, I think everybody's aspiration is to be in the top 6, the blackie जो बोलते हैं,
right,
और वहाँ पे आना है. तो मैं तो लोगों को बोलते रहता हूँ कि how did I approach and how did I crack and everything, but let's say you have seen so many batches and so many processes, CAT keeps changing, format keeps changing, all of that. How would you tell people how to approach CAT and how to do it in a way that you get into the top 6, which is very difficult, by the way?
See, getting a top 6 is not easy. That's one thing which I'd like to make it very clear. Ki, see, obviously, the effort of getting into the top 6. See, what they say is ki when you move from if you have to move from 95 to 99, 99 to 100. You see, there's a lot of incremental difference in getting that thing done. So I would believe कि whoever is in the top 6 is that 99 to 100 वाला है वो. So for that there is, see, many times what happens with us, we think कि there's a lot of effort, but that effort to get to that 1% is very tough. In terms of the processes that we run and all that. See, CAT is one
part of it.
Is one part of the barrier.
Yeah.
Right. Then comes the interview process that you do and all that. So at no point should a student relax कि आसान है करके.
Correct.
मुश्किल तो है ही, ये तो पक्का है. Because we see students every year. We students in terms of the process part, everything we see. So that's why it is difficult, but one has to plan it out in terms of preparation, in terms of trying to look at patterns, understand how is it done and all. So typical rigorous preparation is there. So I tell people कि भैया एक टांग पे खड़े होके काम करोगे तभी हो पाएगा वो. See, I can tell you that these top 6 places, if you have to land up into the IIM system and all that, I always keep reminding my people that your trajectory is fixed in terms of you're going to go much higher. And I was talking to the batch of 99. So there were some alumni from the batch of 99 who came and were interacting with me and all. And that's true with most of us, right? In the sense that they said our life changed because I came to IIML.
Yeah.
So you're talking about PGPs. I'm just as a faculty also. I've been here for 20 years. My life changed because I'm at IMA.
Yeah.
There's no denying that this place gives you a very different trajectory and your life changes after this. So that's true with all of us. So that I'm just giving a reason why I aspire for those top 6 places. Because if you want to change your life, not just your life, people in and around you and all that, right? Your close family, everybody, life definitely changes after that.
Yeah.
So is that effort worth it? It definitely worth it. To be able to put that effort to crack that place, because life changes. So life changes positively in terms of whatever resources that you have and all that.
And sir, a lot of people also ask in general कि मैंने अंडरग्रेड किया है तो मैं सीधा MBA करना चाहिए कि मुझे 1-2 साल जॉब करनी चाहिए. जैसे मैंने तो फ्रैंकली बताऊं तो मैंने जॉब इसलिए की क्योंकि 2006 में मैं क्रैक नहीं कर पाया था. तो फिर 1 साल फिर से मैंने 2 साल अटेम्प्ट दी तो साथ में काम भी कर लिया ताकि कुछ इनकम आए. बट इन जनरली डज वर्क एक्सपीरियंस हेल्प और
No, see, what has happened is, again, see, admission criteria over the years has changed. So see, what happens is कि if you were to go do a MBA abroad, they have a clear criteria saying that we require WorkX. WorkX requirement is very heavy there and all. So then they want their class to have people with WorkX. हमारे यहाँ पहले जब initially जब हमने शुरू किया था, I'm talking about 2006, we were more biased towards freshers.
Okay.
But then over the years, last 20 years, what has changed is my class profile has changed in 2 aspects. One aspect is people with experience. Now we would normally find people with 2+ years experience being in the class. And around on an average, 2 तो उसको चाहिए ही चाहिए.
Okay.
Well, there'll be a very small percentage, maybe 15-20% of my class, maybe 20% of my class are freshers. The remaining all are with experience. So experience requirement is there. That is one, because we give weightage to experience when we are selecting people.
Okay.
When we are interviewing people, then also we are giving we had discussed around their jobs, what have they done, trying to understand. So both these, so there are two times you are counting WorkX. One is when you are shortlisting people in the interview also, because the questions are around that. So not necessarily specifically we do that, but then that's where you're looking at that factor. So that way, if from a suggestion perspective, if you have to advise a fresh graduate, we would normally tell him work for a couple of years and then try.
Then do an MBA.
Then do an MBA. Because why we have changed that philosophy is कि, see, when you're looking at the courses which are taught in IIMs, in terms of a lot of courses, they would get the most out of those courses if they've seen a work context. Right? A lot of software courses that we run on HR and all that, which probably you would acknowledge कि as you go up the ladder, it's only those courses which matter more than those operational
negotiations. ये सारी चीजें matter a lot.
But then when you're in the classroom, if you're not seeing the work context, you will not be able to appreciate the value that these courses are adding now. You may need it later. So if you have WorkX, your appreciation for these courses increase, and that's where the value addition for you when you're in the course gets added. Second element in how my classroom has changed is, my classroom today, anywhere between 30 to 40% of my class is girls.
Okay.
So that gender wise it has changed. More girls are also writing CAT, that is one. And we also want more diversity in the class. So when I started off, my class used to have less than 10% of girls.
Less than 10%.
Less than 10% of the class would be girls.
And now it's 40%.
It's 40%. Wow. Only it fluctuates between,
but it's still 3 times more now.
I mean, not 40%, maybe around 35% could be. We have gone till 35%. The places like IIM Kozhikode have still even gone out of the way to say कि you'll have 50% of the class of 50-40 equal कर दिया उन लोगों ने. But then again, that also varies. It's not that you can, we go by that CAT process and the selection process. So it's never guaranteed कि what will be the structure of my classroom when I enter the class. But the bias towards WorkX and bias towards gender is always there in the selection process. But then again, the advisory to anyone who wants to write for CAT, keep trying so that you know the pattern and all that from the day you graduate. But then also keep working. Keep working in terms of getting the work experience. But then the point is that you know that the sweet spot lies between 2 and 3 years of experience. If you exceed 3 years of experience or maybe 4 years of experience, then we would normally want those people to actually do a 1-year accelerated MBA than coming to a 2-year full year program. So that's a factor of also our placement processes that we run and all. Placement में जो companies आती है, they are generally not very comfortable with people with very high experience.
Okay.
So 5 years would be the
तो ऐसा
max.
क्योंकि वो फिर एक माइंडसेट में ढल जाते हैं, ऐसा आता है क्यों?
हाँ, I think they come with a see. It's also based on the history. Historically, when the recruiter would come, he would come with only a mindset कि यहाँ पे मुझे सिर्फ freshers मिलेंगे करके. So over the years that has changed. They become slightly more sensitive to maybe people with more work ex and all that. But they are still not comfortable with the idea of saying कि people with 5 years plus experience. It's more difficult for them to sort of in their current recruitment process that they have, they are not willing to. They perhaps for that kind of an experience, they may hire lateral people and all that. They may not look at coming to a campus and doing it and all that. So that is one. And then maybe that, especially for marketing, people with work ex is more difficult to crack. And when I'm saying work ex, I'm saying 5 plus experience, 5 plus work ex. That is what I'm saying. So that becomes more difficult for them to get into a marketing job. Maybe that mindset issue which companies believe.
But sir, एक तरफ आप बोलते हो कि अगर आप 1-2 साल पहले काम करके फिर आप आओगे तो यू विल बी एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड एंड अप्रिशिएट व्हाट इज बीइंग टॉट फ्रॉम अ कॉर्पोरेट कॉन्टेक्स्ट पर्सपेक्टिव. बट ऑन द अदर हैंड देयर इज अ कॉन्फ्लिक्टिंग सिचुएशन कि जब मैं फ्रेशर हूँ, लाइक अंडरग्रेड से इंजीनियरिंग की है या लेट्स से इंजीनियर, बिकॉज आई थिंक 60-70% आर स्टिल इंजीनियर्स इन
that has also changed.
That has also
changed.
So हमारे टाइम पे सर 70-75% इंजीनियर्स थे.
तो अभी भी है there are a lot of people, but I would not know the exact breakup, but my guess is that number has gone down in terms of percentage.
So for them, the harsh reality is that if I'm doing an engineering 4-year engineering course from let's say Bombay University, आप बोलते हो कि आप 1-2 साल काम करो, लेकिन मेरे पास फ्रेशर एज अ फ्रेशर मार्केट में आज अपॉर्चुनिटीज ही नहीं है. नंबर 1 विच गिव मी दैट काइंड ऑफ एक्सपीरियंस और एक्सपोजर, और सेकेंड दे पे वेल. So again, these things, you know, they very like once in a while they come in headlines and news reports that while let's say IT constitutes such a big workforce in India, but the entry, the package at the entry level, which was there 10-15 years ago and today has moved barely like whatever, and the top management or the top you know, they have kind of seen 25x 30x change.
Right.
So if I am a fresher from an engineering college today, I would say यार मैं तो MBA करके लेट्स से आई विल इमीडिएटली गेट दैट 10x 15x यू नो हाइक ऑन माय बेस सैलरी. तो अगर मैं 2 साल करूंगा भी तो मैं वो काम इसीलिए कर रहा हूँ, जैसे मेरे केस में कि मुझे फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट में कैट क्लियर नहीं हुआ तो मैं फिर से अटेम्प्ट यू नो देने बेटा. मेरे केस में एक बात ये भी हुई थी दैट आई वाज हायर्ड इन विप्रो एंड आई वाज बेस्ड इन पुणे. सो 2006 में आई गिव कैट एंड माय परसेंटाइल वाज 94-95, तो एक भी कॉल नहीं आया. तो एंड देन फिर कैंपस में हायरिंग हुआ तो विप्रो में से लाइक मोस्ट ऑफ द बैच वाज प्लेस्ड इन विप्रो, इन्फोसिस एंड TCS. तो 80% बैच इन तीनों में प्लेस हो गया. एंड देन आई वेंट टू पुणे एंड तो मैंने बोला चलो देख कुछ पुणे देख लेते हैं क्या है. फॉर द फर्स्ट 6 months व्हेन आई जॉइंड विप्रो आई वाज ऑन द बेंच.
Right.
So I had no project and there were 500 other people like me. So हमारे यहाँ पे एक जैसे जैसे प्रोजेक्ट आता है तो उनको असाइन किया जाता था, बट एक अलग से, तो इट वाज अ बिग कैंपस इन हिंजेवाड़ी, फेज 1, फेज 2, फेज 3. तो हम वहाँ पे बैठ जाते थे, सबको एक रूम दिया जाता था, 20-25 लोग यहाँ बैठो, 20-25 लोग उस डिपार्टमेंट में. वी हैड टू कम इन, वी हैड टू पंच एंड देन वी सिट देयर, वी वर गिवन अ PC, लैपटॉप, व्हाटएवर इट इज, बट वी हैड नो वर्क एंड दिस वाज फॉर 6 months. तो नेचुरली अब उस टाइम पे मैं फिर से कैट की पढ़ाई करने लगूंगा या तो वेयर इज दैट वर्क एक्सपीरियंस. मुझे वो वर्क एक्सपीरियंस मिला ही नहीं क्योंकि मैं तो यहाँ पे बैठा हूँ मेरे टीममेट्स के साथ और काम तो कोई और डिपार्टमेंट में चल रहा है. तो आई एम जस्ट काइंड ऑफ वेटिंग टू क्लियर कैट, waiting to get into an IIM, and then if somebody is paying me, so at that point of time my salary was around 13,000 per month. They can afford to keep me on bench for 13,000 per month and you know doesn't matter, we'll कल को प्रोजेक्ट आए तो मेरे को लोग लगेंगे.
Right.
Now if I'm doing an MBA and if the average salary, let's say hypothetically let's assume 30 lakhs per annum, which means somebody is paying me 2.5 lakhs, वो मेरे को बेंच पे तो नहीं रखेगा, कुछ तो काम देगा, कुछ मीनिंगफुल वर्क देगा. So I think this is also something which and an entry level job we are talking about, it's a chicken and egg problem that yes, if I do, like if I work for 2 years I will get some exposure, but only if I get that meaningful work for this first couple of years. Because as the other unfortunate reality is, even people who are let's say passing out of you know engineering colleges or other undergrad institutes, they are also not equipped to kind of add value from day one. जैसे हम बोलते हैं MBA के बाद मुझे day one से value add करनी है, तो अंडरग्रेड के बाद भी मैं day one से value add नहीं कर पाता, तो मेरा एम्प्लॉयर मुझे 1-2 महीने ट्रेनिंग पे डालता है, फिर कोई बेंच पे रखता है, ये करता है, वो करता है, ऐसे करते करते 6 महीने तो निकल जाते हैं मेरे. एंड देन इफ कैट क्रैक हो गया तो पेपर पे दिखेगा कि ये 8-9 महीना या 1 साल विप्रो में था, तो दैट 1 year of experience or maybe 2 years of experience. But in that 2 years, did I actually learn anything about organization, about work, about whatever it is, to then sit in a classroom and say नहीं यार, हाँ ये मैंने मेरे कंपनी में देखा था. Then the answer for me at least was no. Then a lot of people feel यार let's give CAT. हो गया तो हो गया, नहीं तो मे बी अगर top 6 IIM में नहीं हुआ तो people are still taking a bet that even if I get let's say a top 20 institute in India as a fresher, I will still take it. And I will not wait for that first job.
No, but see, what I'm trying to tell you is कि one is the factor कि are you able to get a right kind of a job or not? I am giving you the perspective from an admission criteria perspective.
Yeah.
I am saying कि अगर आपके पास वो नहीं है तो आपका proportion, आपका chances of getting into an IIM
कम हो
reduces.
जाएगा. And this has changed over the last years.
So that has changed in the last maybe 15 years. So now we have inbuilt factor of saying कि have you got work ex or not?
Yeah.
Then the quality of work ex is assessed when we do the interview. Right? We are checking कि आपने किया क्या company में करके. So see that doesn't solve the problem कि do you get that kind of a job or not.
Yeah.
But what we are trying to do is कि because देखिए see अभी भी क्या है कि IIMs में the advantage that we have is 3 lakh people are writing the exam. I need 580 people. So I am at an advantage. I can pick and choose people. So what you have to do as a candidate, whoever is applying, has to see, do I get those boxes ticked? कि भैया experience है कि नहीं है, ये है कि नहीं है. No, it's not that कि freshers को देते ही नहीं करके ऐसा नहीं है.
See, after 20%, 15% बोला ना.
हाँ, तो it's a small percentage that comes in and all. Again, see, what would happen is that if you're competing against, if you're a fresher, so then normally, see, I'll just tell you again, this is an internal thing. Normally, what would happen is that if you're a fresher, the discussion gravitate more towards the subject areas. Academics में जाएगा.
वो सब जाएगा.
लेकिन अगर work ex है तो work ex से
related जाएगा.
तो वो difference भी आता है. So if you're looking at and then work ex.
लेकिन मुझे क्वेश्चन पूछा गया था that what is the length of India's western coastline. मैं सोच रहा हूँ मेरे को कहाँ पे पढ़ाया गया था ये. फिर मैं कुछ अतरंगी जवाब दे रहा हूँ कि इंडिया के वेस्टर्न कोस्ट लाइन का मुझे कोई आई डोंट टेल पता नहीं है क्या है. Sometimes you put a lot of googlies also in some questions which I'm completely caught me off guard.
See, the purpose itself is to understand how would you react to a new situation.
Yeah.
So and it's not necessary that see many times as a candidate when you're giving an interview you feel कि have I answered everything? That's not the point. Point is कि obviously you will have to give some answers. ऐसा नहीं कि सभी आप नहीं बताएंगे करके. But then a lot of questions are just to see how would you respond to a given situation. Are you able to react to something which you are not expecting? Right? For example, as a candidate, you never expected कि ये पूछा जाएगा करके.
Exactly.
So the purpose itself is to.
You are stumped.
Every time an alumni comes to me, somebody who's passed out recently, his first question is कि how do you find a new batch? Is the batch different from us?
Yeah.
Right. But I think maybe there would be differences between batches. But when over a 20 years experience, I find there is more similarities and dissimilarities. In the sense that people, I find the kids to be equally good, right? What was?
But you would agree the best batch till now has been PGB 25. तो सर कैट क्रैक कर लिया, GDPI क्लियर हो गया, सब सही से हो गया, IIML से एडमिट आ गया, तो ऑन दैट डे ऑफ एडमिशन वी कम विथ आवर लगेज लेके हॉस्टल में सेट हो गए, और द वेरी फर्स्ट लेक्चर जो हम आके अटेंड करते हैं वी आर ऑल एक्साइटेड. पहले महीने में हवा निकल जाती है क्योंकि तो जैसे वर्क एक्सपीरियंस पे तो हम शांति से बैठते थे, आते थे, जाते थे अपने. यहाँ पे सडनली सुबह लेक्चर है, दोपहर को ये है, शाम को केस स्टडी है, शाम को ये, एंड IIML इज कॉल्ड हेल्थ फॉर अ रीज़न. तो पहले महीने में यार ये तो थोड़ा सा यहाँ से 2 साल कैसे निकालेंगे, थोड़ा सा वो आ जाता है. फिर हम लोग बहुत सारी चीज़ें करते थे, लाइक बैच में या हमारे सेक्शन में जो मंगू लोग जो हम बोलते हैं, लाइक दीज पीपल आर उनको कुछ भी पढ़ाओ उनको तुरंत याद रह जाता है, ऐसे ही है. फिर हम उनको पकड़ के शाम को लाइब्रेरी में बैठते हैं कि भाई यार ये सर ने पढ़ा है, मेरे को नहीं पल्ले पड़ा, तू मेरे को समझा, तो शायद तेरे भाषा में समझ जाऊंगा मैं। वैसा कर करके हमने कैसे तैसे निकाले। देन एट द एंड ऑफ ऑल ऑफ इट, लेट्स से व्हेन वी सिट फॉर प्लेसमेंट्स, राइट, then the question which was burning in my mind 2 years ago, that how will I convert CAT or how will I convert my institute of my choice, now the question is how will I convert the company of my choice, वो क्या देखेगा। तो अब जाहिर सी बात है that I was not, let's say, the brightest of students in the batch, like there are toppers and I'm not coming close to them. What should I do apart from the curriculum or the academics? uh, and as you said that this is a life changing opportunity, like it's not just the academics, it's the kind of case competitions are there, it's the inter IIM competition, the network, peer group, there is so much to do. uh, should I only just focus on academics and ensure के 9 CGPA आता है या 9.5 आता है, या अगर मेरे को 6, 7, 8 का भी CGPA आ जाता है लेकिन मैंने बहुत सारी दूसरी चीज़ें की है, then I stand a chance to convert the kind of company I want?
See, I would say that this is something which I have seen from students also. In the sense, keep students. I'm not talking student. I'm talking about maybe somebody who falls in the top 10, and who has the typical boxes that you will take from an IIT, then doing an IIM में कर रहा है, and then
लाइफ में कुछ गलत ही नहीं किया है।
हाँ, तो and ultimately उसने वो लास्ट वाला जो बॉक्स है मैकेंसी वाला वो भी टिक
कर
वो भी टिक कर
ना, हमारे कुछ नहीं छोड़ा।
नहीं तो लेकिन उसमें क्या है कि what he said was very interesting to me, which I reflect back on. He said in my undergrad, I was not focused on academics, so I was doing more of extracurricular and all those things. But at IML, I want to focus on only on academics, and he did that, and then he sort of cracked whatever he wanted. So what I'm saying is कि see what you have to understand or figure it out is कि can you be in the top 25 students of the batch, or maybe top 50 people of the batch, right? Top 10% of the batch, and then you sort of say कि academics is the route through which I would get there and all that, get there and all that. Otherwise, what I feel is कि see, again, being a teacher, I have my biases towards academics, but I would still believe कि academics is one part of the whole journey at IML. There are a lot of other things which happen.
Absolutely.
So one has to
at least dabble in what is the opportunity that exists in being being part of committees, being part of different activities which happen on the campus. Whenever you get any opportunity of anything happen.
लेकिन I think very important was so the women's team won the World Cup. Abhi, the women's team won the World Cup after so many years, in fact the first time ever, and in the semi-final जेमिमा रॉड्रिक्स प्लेड अ मैच विनिंग नॉक अगेंस्ट ऑस्ट्रेलिया, जिनके सामने हम लोग ऑलमोस्ट एवरी टाइम हारते हैं। इस बार भी लगा था कि गए, तो जेमिमा वन एंड शी वाज डाइविंग एंड शी वाज ऑन द, एंड हर टी शर्ट वाज फुल ऑफ द स्टेन्स एंड एवरीथिंग, एंड द मोमेंट दे वन द सेमीफाइनल, नेक्स्ट डे सर्फ एक्सेल सेंडर सम डब्बा ऑफ सर्फ एक्सेल, उसके अंदर सर्फ एक्सेल नहीं था। ठीक है, तो अभी हम लोग सोचेंगे यार ये मोमेंट मार्केटिंग में कैप्चर कर रहा है, कंपनी उसको कैश इन करेगा, लेकिन अंदर सर्फ नहीं है, तो सर्फ बोलता है कि कुछ दाग धोने नहीं चाहिए। दिस इज दाग जो आपको लगा है एंड दैट हैज टेकन अस टू द फाइनल ऑफ द वर्ल्ड कप, इसको धोना मत, इसको एज अ वेयर एज अ बैज ऑफ ऑनर ऑन योर this thing. But again, this is all content, so content is something which today brands are kind of, and these are moments. ऐसा कोई moment आ गया, आपको तुरंत उसको कैश इन करना है, क्योंकि वो मोमेंट अगर निकल गया, जैसे वो कोल्ड प्ले में जो इंसिडेंट हुआ था कॉन्सर्ट के टाइम पे, एवरी ब्रांड वांटेड टू काइंड ऑफ टॉक अबाउट दैट मोमेंट एंड गेट सम फुटेज आउट ऑफ इट। तो ऐसे मोमेंट तो बहुत आते रहते हैं।
So I was talking about that factor कि one is that you're either in the top 50, right? So that's why we stopped, and the factor which I said was कि get as much as possible from the IML experience, that is one. But from a job recruitment perspective, you have to also ensure that whatever you're doing, you excel in that, right? It could be, and this is beyond academics, I'm saying कि you're part of any committee or anything, you do well there, right? Which you're able to speak to people about later. Whatever activity you do, you have something which you're able to tell people, because see, as a recruiter, what is he looking at? Is he able to do one job much better than the others? So that is the kind of thing that he's looking at. And irrespective of, for example, okay, grades is one part which is very easy to understand. Because and that also gives them a very clear indicator that this person when he determines कि मुझे grades अच्छे करने हैं तो वो कर लेगा वो एक quality that is something which ticks a box for them. But if that is not there, then what else is he looking for? He's looking for कि दूसरा जो काम किया है, जितने 4 काम किए होंगे, उसमें एक काम तो उसने अच्छा किया है, much beyond than the others. Right? Is he able to differentiate himself based on that one job that he has done? So is he able to talk about that? Is he able to convince the recruiter about that? I think that's a fair enough point for the recruiter to see कि मैं इसे कंपनी में लूंगा और इंटरेस्टिंग जॉब दूंगा तो ये करेगा कुछ.
करेक्ट सर. लेकिन जब हम सेकेंड ईयर में होते हैं तो वो मैंने गिव एन एग्जाम फॉर लेट्स से SDM और नेगोशिएशंस, तो हमको ग्रेड्स मिलते हैं A+, A-, B. तो उसमें एक होता है D और F, राइट? तो हम लोगों को डक्का और फक्का बोलते थे, राइट? सो इफ यू गेट 1 F, सॉरी इफ यू गेट 2 Fs, you have to repeat the year.
Right.
Or if you get 1 F or 2 D, ऐसा कुछ तो था. तो क्या था? 1 F or
combination is see what we say is you cannot get more than 2 Fs in a year.
हाँ.
So that is either 2 Fs or 4 Ds.
2 Fs or 4 Ds.
Or 4 Ds or a combination of that. So if you have 1 F and 2 Ds, then also you cannot have anything more than that. अगर एक और D आ जाता तो you are out.
And you have to repeat the year.
Repeat the year.
Okay.
So basically what we are saying is 2 Fs which is equivalent to 4 Ds. तो ही combination में आप जो भी देखेंगे उसके beyond exceed नहीं कर सकता है.
ठीक है. तो मैं उस दौर से गुजर रहा था. So I don't know if you know this, but in Sem 5 I got एक F. I got 1 F. Okay. Then there was another subject प्रकाश सर का था. तो मैं उधर नोएडा में, मैंने उनको बोला सर आपने मेरे को एकदम इधर लाके छोड़ दिया था. तो वहाँ पे मुझे D लगा. So now I had 1 F and 1 D. And I am seeing my CGPA not go beyond 5 point something. मैंने बोला चेतन भगत का जो बुक था 5 point someone वो मेरे पे ही बनाए. And प्लेसमेंट सर पे है, तो जो भी था. अब मैं ये सोच रहा हूँ कि अगर मैं अकेडमिक्स तो मेरा तो CV में जिस तरीके से बना रहा हूँ, this is becoming a very average CV, in fact bottom CV in terms of the grades and academics, because CGPA 5 कह रहा मैं, जबकि हमारे टॉपर सारे 9, 9.5 और in general the batch is above 7. तो एक तो 5 point something है. अगर सब्जेक्ट्स पे देखूंगा तो एक में F मिला है, एक में D मिला है. तो आई एम 1 D away from maybe repeating this year. I'm this close. Now fast forward to when the placement is done, I am one of the only 2 people who is selected by PNG for a global marketing role.
Yeah, right.
So I am placed in Singapore, whereas generally जो भी marketing companies आती है वो पहले साल आपको sales करवाती है. तो Unilever जब आती है तो आपको पहले ASM, rural stint, this stint, that stint. PNG was probably one of the very few companies who gives you a direct marketing profile on day one, from day one. और हमारे कैंपस में पूरे बैच में से सिर्फ 2 ही लोग, बाकी सेल, CMK, फिन वो सब में सिलेक्ट हुए. For core marketing, only two people were selected, me and Kapil Seth, and we were placed in a global position in Singapore. अब मैं ये सोच रहा हूँ यार 5 point something आया है मुझे, एक F मिला है, एक D मिला है, and I am now sitting in Singapore in one of the world's best marketing companies. What happened that day? First of all, how did my CV get selected, right? तो हम जब ये प्लेसमेंट सीजन आता है ना, तो PCOM और सब लोग के साथ हमको मेंटरिंग की जाती है कि आपको आपका CV कैसे बनाना है.
Right.
क्योंकि there are some companies for which everyone will apply. Whether they get selected or not is a different story. Like if McKinsey comes, everyone will apply.
Right.
If BCG comes, everyone will apply. If PNG, Unilever comes, everyone will apply. Who's doing that? तो सबने अप्लाई किया ही होगा, और उसमें से 6 लोग का शॉर्टलिस्ट आया, तो उसमें से 2 लोग सिलेक्ट किए. तो मैंने मेरे CV में, ऑफ कोर्स यू हैव टू, देयर इज अ टेबल इन विच यू हैव टू पुट योर एकेडमिक स्कोर एंड दिस एंड एवरीथिंग. उसके तुरंत नीचे मैंने जस्टी के बारे में लिखा था, जो वेंचर मैंने यहाँ पे शुरू किया था while studying in the second year.
Right.
So that was one. Now I don't know whether the shortlist was because of that or not, but when the interview started, It revolved around two things. One was, यार तुम MBA करते करते इतना सब पढ़ाई है, रिगरस है, साथ में तुम धंधा भी कर रहे हो, ये भी कर रहे हो. मैंने बोला हाँ सर, उसी की वजह से वन फंडी आया होगा शायद, कि मैं धंधा चलाने में इतना बिजी था कि कब पढ़ाई पर ठीक से ध्यान नहीं दे पाई. That was one. And second conversation, which was the 80% of the conversation in that interview, was around my love marriage. So I was probably the only person. There were 3-4 people who were married and staying with their spouses on the batch campus that point of time. But I was the only person जो year 1 और year 2 के बीच में शादी हुई थी मेरी. तो 2010 में पहला साल पूरा हुआ. I went to GSK Glaxo for my internship in Gurgaon.
Right.
2 महीने का इंटर्नशिप फटाफट पूरा किया. लास्ट 1 वीक वो सबमिट करके I did not wait for the appraisal. I came back, got married, and then came back to campus. I don't know how, but that वो कहीं निकला होगा बीच में कि you know आपने ये इंटर्नशिप पूरी क्यों नहीं की. तो मैंने बोला मेरी शादी थी. तो वो थोड़ा सा चौंक गए कि ये कौन है जो year 1 year 2 के बीच में शादी कर रहा है. And then the entire conversation was around कैसे क्यों. I said नहीं, पेरेंट्स नहीं मान रहे थे तो लव मैरिज थी. फिर उस चक्कर में उसने भी MBA कर दिया और फिर मैंने भी MBA कर दिया. और बीच में एक विंडो आया जब दोनों हाँ बोले, हमने फटाक से उसमें बोला चलो कर देते हैं. देन ऑल ऑफ दैट. सो द पॉइंट वाज दिस इज अ मार्केटिंग कंपनी, not just any marketing company, like the best marketing company globally. They have shortlisted a CV which is kind of very average in terms of academic performance. Doesn't have a lot of talking points apart from maybe the GSK. I think that was the reason कि मेरा FMCG में internship experience था, plus मैंने यहाँ पे भी कुछ एक venture मेरा किया था. And we used to participate in a lot of events, case study competitions and all of that. तो वो सारा चीज़ मेरे पास भर भर के था, but नंबर नहीं थे, like CGPA नहीं था. But I was able to drive the entire conversation in the direction of a thing which I was comfortable talking about. And in there, I was able to demonstrate that how did I do conflict management, like how I was able to convince my parents, how were we able to kind of, you know, pass through this difficult thing, but never stepped back and, you know, persisted with it, never gave up on each other, this. तो वो मेरा रात को 2 बजे इंटरव्यू शुरू हुआ था और सुबह के 4-5 बजे तक 3 घंटे तक, और उसमें से 2 घंटे तो हमारे इसी बात पे चल रहा था यार, वो सब चीज़ें. बट यू कैन नॉट प्रिपेयर समबडी फॉर दिस काइंड ऑफ एन इंटरव्यू.
Right.
सो मोस्ट ऑफ द पीपल वर लाइक यार ये सब ही बोलना था तो हमको भी शॉर्टलिस्ट मिल जाता. अगर जस्टी, तो मेरे साथ 4 लोगों ने और जस्टी किया था, तो उनके CV पॉइंट पे भी जस्टी था और ये सब था. उन्होंने भी मेरे साथ केस स्टडीज में कंपटीशन, इनका CGPA मेरे से बेटर था, तो उनको शॉर्टलिस्ट नहीं आया और मुझे शॉर्टलिस्ट आया. सो फ्रॉम सो मेनी years of experience and from a marketing point of view, because you have been a marketing prof for so many years, what do marketing companies today look for in people who are applying, and how can people who are spending 2 years in campus, who are like some people are very clear, मुझे marketing ही करना है, मुझे फिन कंसल्ट नहीं करना है, तो मुझे marketing करना है, तो वो अपना CV या किस तरीके से ढाले ताकि मेरे को एटलीस्ट एक शॉर्टलिस्ट आ जाए, फिर इंटरव्यू में जो होना है वो हो.
No, I think the recruiter, as I was saying earlier also, is looking at something which you have done different. So in your case, that Justy experience, and today what also happens is a lot of case comms, the scale of case comms have increased a lot. So I think these are the two areas. If you do not have a very stellar performance in the academics, could be these two areas that you focus
Sir,
on.
let's say 15 years ago on an average कितने केस कॉम्स होते थे और आज कितने होते हैं?
नहीं, मेरे ख्याल से मेरे को तो लग रहा है एटलीस्ट 3 to 4 times हो गए होंगे.
3 to 4 times
हाँ.
more.
So in this is कि in your time it must be at least some, my guess is some 7-8 case comms must be happening. Today the number is at least in the range of 30-35 case comms which must be having, or even more than that.
More than like 2 every month. Average.
See, the case comms with the people start from the first year onwards itself.
Yeah.
First year onwards, they'll partner with somebody in the senior batch if they want, or they will start preparing for that. See, because what has changed is also the recruitment strategy of marketing companies today. They have started relying lesser on the campus recruitment and more on these case comms and summer internships that they want to hire people. Maybe again, that's where you can reflect back. They're not just looking at a person from maybe just a intelligence perspective. They're also looking at culture fit. They're also looking at whether this guy will work for us in the context that we are looking at and all, because they want a longer window of assessment. So that's where the case comms and the summer internships fit in and all that, and then that's why they are also deviating away, because मुझे लगता है कि एक और चीज़ क्या होती है ना कि recruiter is also not looking at prepared answers, right? See, because you would have some amount of intelligence about what the company is going to ask and all that, and what the company is expecting. So they would want to take you away from that prepared discussion to an area where perhaps you are more open with them. So for example, if there's a very personal question which they ask and all, maybe they are able to see dimensions of personality which we wouldn't have come had it been a standard same questions kind of a interview and all that. So maybe those dimensions that they were looking at, maybe they would have got through because they probed a very personal question to you, and then you would have also, so because when you're talking about personal things and all, a lot of, we also let our guards down in terms of discussing those ideas with them and all that. Maybe they were able to see that value which perhaps wouldn't have come through had it been a very formal structured activity and all that. So that is where I feel. But then, is there an answer to it? I don't really see a very simple and a straightforward answer. You have to keep trying things, and obviously, so because that percentage of people who are going to be in the top 50 is going to be limited.
Yeah.
Majority is going to be people below that 50. So for that below 50, we are not in the top 50, but the remaining part, they have to actually look at other things also.
Correct.
They have to add to their CV through some activities. See, today one thing which a lot of people do, and that is across engineering colleges, across MBA schools, is ki, can I do a live project? Can I tie up with somebody? And the campus, I think, I don't know whether it was there in your time or not, but campus is its own consulting club also.
Yes.
Consult club ties up with a lot of firms which are there and all, gets them live projects and all that. So that kind of an activity has also increased. So I would say that kind of an experience, if you were to talk to a recruiter or maybe put it in your CV, it may make sense to them.
But sir, I think we have spoken a lot on a lot of things, and I'm sure that everyone watching this, has taken away or has something to take back upon. But I think now we should conclude by answering the most burning question today.
Okay.
The most burning question today is, how relevant is an MBA for me today in the age of AI, in the age of content, in the age of digital economy, in the age of we talk about today, there is no better time to build in India. And very recently, Nikhil Kamath made a very a statement saying that if you are 25 or less and you are doing an MBA, then you are probably stupid. तो मैं उतना extreme तो नहीं बोलूँगा stupid, but sometimes I also, in my posts on LinkedIn or in my content, I also question that if you're only doing an MBA from the point of view of return on investment, कि अगर मैंने इतना पैसा MBA में लगा है तो मेरे को इतने लाख पर एनम की जॉब मिलेगी, then I think today it's a very, very, very limited view of looking at what an MBA actually brings to your life. So I think we would like to hear from you, regardless of what people tell. What does an IIM Lucknow professor who's been with the institute for 20 years, seen ups and downs, seen so many batches, and today, what is your view on how relevant is an MBA, whether it's an IIM or any other, but in general, how relevant is an MBA today?
I mean, you see, I would answer it in two parts. First part is ki, what would happen if you don't land up in a good job from the campus, right? So if you're looking at a person applying, doing an MBA, and unfortunately market situations are bad, he doesn't get a good job. So that I've also seen where Lehman collapse happened and all that. So we had a batch of 250 students and all. I think 50 must have got a job. Remaining 200 were nowhere.
This was in 2008.
I think 2008
collapse, the financial crisis.
Right, financial crisis. And these kids didn't get a job.
Yeah.
And then ultimately some of them would have got somewhere here and there and all that. But because I've been here for a longer time, so I met a lot of these guys after a gap of 15 years. I found all of them doing extremely well. there's no doubt about what did they achieve in their life and all. So all of them, I met them in different places and different things and all. So but generally, whoever it was doing extremely well. So what I'm saying is ki one is ki looking at from an ROI angle, why is it wrong is maybe you don't know what you would end up getting and all that.
Yeah.
But what does a MBA from IML promises of any of the top IIMs would promise would be top IIMs or top 20 institutions in the country would promise you a trajectory. That trajectory is unbeatable. In the sense that you do anything else, you will not be able to get to that trajectory that easily. See, I'm not saying that there are not other routes of doing it or not, but then this, if you're here, that trajectory is ensured. So you would get that kind of a career. May not be immediate short-term returns, but if you look at it from a fairly medium-term perspective, 10 to 15 years, that guy is going to get into the whatever he is aspiring for, with which he comes here, will get into it. Second part of the question of what is today. See, today's context, I agree, things are changing. In the sense that you have a lot of technology coming in, a lot of AI coming in, a lot of things changing at a very fast pace and all. Are we able to keep a pace with that as an MBA institution and all? See, what happens is, what are we fundamentally doing? By doing the CAT process, 3 lakh people applying, I get brighter than the brightest students in my class. Right? So and what also happens is, because of the systems that we are in, for example, we have a lot of liberty internally to sort of update, change things, add courses. We also look at what people want, students want. So students also give us a lot of feedback. So those courses get added, elements get added to all that we are doing. So updation is happening. So what I'm trying to say is that when you give whatever is best possible from your end as an input to the best of the students that are there, they will have a better life than whatever they were doing earlier. Right? So I'm just saying that question of relevance of MBA, what skill set do we provide to the MBAs? Are they still relevant in the market today? I don't think that is changing. What they have to do is, they have to perhaps add more complementary skills related to AI and all that, so that they are more market ready. So that is something which we obviously have to do. Otherwise, if we are still stuck in time saying कि 10 साल पहले जो होता था वही आज मुझे करना है, तो then obviously people will find it difficult. लेकिन again क्या होता है, what would also happen is that let's suppose worst case scenario, I'm still standing 10 years back, because I have the brightest of the students. The student will take maybe a little longer, but he will understand what needs to be done, because it's again his livelihood and survival. He will figure it out in terms of क्या करना है करें.
मैं अभी सर मेरे को कुछ दिनों पहले एक एंड आई कीप गेटिंग दिस फ्रॉम अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल ऑन लिंक्डइन एंड इन तो मुझे एक व्हाट्सएप आया था. दिस पर्सन वाज लाइक वेरी वेल टू डू, gave CAT, then did our MBA from IIM, which IIM I will not, then worked at a very prestigious bank, again which bank I will not say, but this person had a loan, and that loan servicing के चक्कर में उसने जो CTC उसको सबसे ज़्यादा मिला ना, तो वो ले लिया बिकॉज क्योंकि लोन का अमाउंट उतना था, एंड देयर वाज सम फाइनेंशियल प्रेशर, and she, like, we are discussing this that, and she was not happy with the job, and क्या switch करना, कैसे करना. But one line hit me, at the end very hard, that at the end of the conversation she said, I genuinely believe that this MBA was not worth it. It didn't give me much, just a fancy job on paper and debt. Like, this is what she ended with. Of course उसके बाद बहुत सारी चीज़ों पे हमारा conversation हुआ, and that, but I think today more and more people, after they are passing out, let's say from the institute and landing their first job, I think at the very beginning we were discussing it, figuring it out. People don't really figure it out, that what exactly do I want for the 5 to 10 years. If I am a marketing person, I will never be happy in a finance job.
Right.
If I am an entrepreneur, I will never be happy in any job. तो लेकिन अगर मेरे पास फाइनेंशियल ऑब्लिगेशंस है, डेट्स है, तो मैं एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप जाऊंगा, लेकिन मेरे पास कुछ इनकम नहीं होगा तो कैसे करूंगा. लेकिन तो वो मन मार के मैं जॉब कर रहा हूँ कि एक घर पे कुछ पैसा लेके जाना है, क्या करना है. इन दिस कॉन्टेक्स्ट ऑल्सो वी आर नॉट एबल टू फुल्ली अनलॉक द वैल्यू ऑफ एन MBA कैंडिडेट, because they are not doing the kind of job which they are happy, and you can only give the best output when you are happy doing a job.
Right.
So do we get some feedback from companies, or some companies would have been recruiting for so many years from IIM Lucknow repeatedly, that over a period of time, I think the kind of people we are hiring and the kind of profiles which we are getting, we feel that the fit जो बैठना चाहिए था वो कहीं ना कहीं नहीं आ रहा है. Do we get this kind of feedback?
Yeah, see the feedback. See, we do get a feedback from the recruiters, and some of it is, a lot of it is very informal feedback in the sense that
Yeah, correct.
because you find that see today if you're looking at any recruiter coming, because they're campus ambassadors, they're people who've passed out in the last 15 years.
Yeah.
Most of them I would have taught and all that.
Correct.
So we get a lot of informal feedback from people and all that. So one of the areas where we get a lot of feedback is the challenge of soft skills that people have and all that. So that's one very standard feedback that we get from a lot of recruiters. In terms of soft skills is basically your HR and how they are able to manage in a office context, conversation, written and oral
Team dynamics,
team
resolving
dynamics.
conflicts.
So these are the things which we find that they sort of that there's a standard area which has not changed, that has been there for a long time and all. And but I think the I feel ki kids are smart enough to sort of understand what is a company's requirement. They may take a little time initially, but then they will do it.
Thank you, Rajesh sir. I think this has been like a most enriching conversation. We don't know that how much time has passed by, and we could go on, and I have still so many more questions to ask you. For example, अभी कितने startups आते हैं hiring के लिए और वो सब, but in the interest of time, we'll not. But thank you so much. I think the fundamental shift which has happened in the last 15 years, I think what founders like me and professors like you, we need to do is we kind of see how much, because every year we are having more and more alumni passing out from this wonderful institute, and how can we enable our next batches and the future batches of IML to kind of be more industry ready, and kind of more heads of McKinsey's and more heads of PNG's and more heads of and more startups in India which are unicorns or everything should be from IMLL. I think that is what we can work toward. But I think thank you so much for taking out time, and I'm looking forward to our Pick Commerce sessions in the evening.
Right. Thanks a lot, Kiran, for see for us when we connect back with our own students after a gap of time, we also get that reality check of what is the expectation, and I believe that you're more closer to the Gen Z also, right, in terms of working with them and all. So you are able to the questions that are bothering them, which I get to know through you and all, are something which we as professors also need to think about, because that is something which that's why we bring those connections in terms of if I have to be relevant to my students. So that's where I think I enjoyed the conversation a lot. And then when you started off initially, so I thought कि कितना time रहेगा, but time गया पता ही नहीं लगा.
पता नहीं चला.
Right. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.